your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson, that's word of the wise. Dubbing the mixes I'm mixing, I know I've been missing. I needed some personal time. Fuck all the pictures, dimensions. I don't with your digits, I mean it, I'm staying inside. Cause bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling.
Over my head. Thank you. I'm back. Come with me. Let's go. My hat.
Reactor freak out and then it exploded. So like that was a surprise.
Yo.
What up?
Yo.
Find out where I am. There I
Okay.
am.
Are we gonna do things? Are we ready to do things?
Oh. I think we are, we're getting there. We're getting there. I just almost fucking threw my back out rushing. I didn't fucking see that I had like 3 minutes to get this shit going before my timer finished. And my broadcast started. So. Oh.
You threw your back out?
Almost. I was sliding around, running around. Hit a turn a little too quick.
Too old for that shit, Jim. You gotta
Bruh.
realize.
Gotta ease into it.
We
It's
Gotta
too much.
ease into it.
Too much.
sort of saunter. We saunter places. We don't.
My old ass was like, let's do it. We're involved.
Alright, let's see.
Let me throw this behind me. I hate having this fucking thing in my way. There we go. Oh, fantastic. But is it all the way up? Oh, so everything gets fucked.
A grapple shot. Nice.
Okay.
Oh god, I was trying to grapple hook the guy on board his vehicle, but alas, I am not Spider-Man.
Is someone making toast or am I having a stroke?
I think you're having a stroke there, big guy.
Oh
It is toast? You smell it too? Good.
yeah, Brandon's in the kitchen, I think.
Okay. I don't want to have a stroke. Doesn't seem like fun.
Doesn't seem like fun, he says.
Don't knock until you try it, man.
The fuck was that noise?
The fuck was what?
It sounded like the map decided to open up in a new
Yeah,
way that
like-
I'm not familiar with.
Like the boss just appeared and we don't know about it yet.
Just like that.
That's insane. That's an insane, crazy noise that you
A
just
little
made.
less sci-fi though.
It was just a sci-fi, sir.
I heard it.
Disrespectful.
Oh, that was cool. We brought an air support to that fight.
All right. How much time you guys got left?
Yes.
leave
We have
whenever,
about...
really.
No, we can't. It's like 20 kills, dude. Relax. The way you're feeding, it'll be done quick. Oh, shit!
Hey, I'm not doing the worst,
Shush,
okay?
shush, shush, shush.
This time.
Shots fired.
I'm tied with who's doing the worst.
That's not a flex.
Well, I thought I was doing better before I actually looked at what happened.
Hey,
It's like I genuinely believed in myself for a moment. I won't make that
Oh,
mistake.
what is this? I want it. Let's go. How do you fly this thing? Oh, I got boarded already. That's bullshit.
How do you fly this thing?
And I got stuck. Got knocked in the hole. Ah, I was like, how do you fly? And I took off. And
Dude,
then
me
I
and
was
Wolflight fucking just destroyed their base between the both of us. Just two people versus their entire team. We just sent them packing, got almost 9 kills.
You turn around and one of you guys falling out of a helicopter. Another one's.
I will follow this man into battle. What I would do. We win!
job.
Oh man,
Fucking get
that was awesome too.
Fucking get it.
Has
Yeah, there he is, Wolf Boy. God damn, he's good.
The guy was flying on the copter. He got stunned and it was falling. I took a shot with the rocket. Then it said victory, and the rocket hit the ship.
You shot a defenseless man, and you were
Yeah.
very proud of yourself.
No, the ship was falling out of the sky. So I
Yes,
timed the rocket
defenseless.
and hit him as he fell into it.
Thought
Yes.
A non-combatant who wants his death in a crater. You shot him.
Yeah.
Good job. Yes, good job.
If the game didn't end, that would have been the last kill.
The Slayer game. It's
So
okay, you
Gerard
did
was-
great.
Apparently there was an objective.
No,
No,
it was
saying-
Slayer, but
The last kill happened right before he blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's close this.
Thank you for that round of indifference.
I just like shit talking. I didn't even see
Yeah.
how Jar was doing before I made that feeding comment. So, he could have been doing great. I don't fucking know.
Nah. I drove a warthog off the edge by accident. Then the last time I had a driver, he was terrible. And
Alright,
I just
I'll
spent
be
a lot
right
of time
back.
running
I gotta go
around.
make sure my cats have snacks and stuff before we start.
Oh, they'll let you know. The cats.
Well, that's the problem. He doesn't want to be interrupted. Alright, let's get.
Sir, my bowl is empty, sir.
Alright, let's put this.
So if
My responsibilities are being a cat. Your responsibilities are making sure this shit is never empty. You understand?
if I remember this correctly,
We saved a town.
you did save the
We're
town.
Like, we're heroes.
Cardin had dragged the sticky fingers back into the church to recreate the damage. You two
He was
followed him into the church and then came out of the church to the site of the townsfolk. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So so you guys followed him into the church, just to kind of help him get the body all situated. And then when he started his recreation, you all said, "All right, we're good here. We're gonna go grab a drink at the
Well,
tavern."
Yeah,
Alright,
for me, I went in because I didn't really exactly know what was going to happen.
Right.
And after sitting there for a while, I was like, I'm going to wait outside.
Not comfortable with this,
I helped.
which is very fair.
It's gonna be a minute.
Okay.
All right, that was extensive.
No. That's perfectly fine.
And I was like, want to refreshen the drink? I'm gonna refreshen my drink. And then we go outside and there's a whole bunch of
As
villages.
you
Like, hi, villages!
as you exit the
We
church
have
Edward
free
style, you
Aw.
you kind of show up to the
With the
site
wet,
and like
meaty thwacks in the background. Ignore that. Focus on me.
the body's still strewed about along the town
Al,
center.
someone should clean that up.
There's just multiple people kind of crawling out of their house. Yeah. It's gonna
like-
be pretty good.
Like from those movies where like two guys show up, beat the whole gang. We're like, yo.
Yeah.
That's actually exactly what
That's
happened.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
that was-
Um,
Word for word, that's what happened. We showed up, they started shit, we ended shit, and now we're leaving.
Is this guy here? And they were like,
So I
Yeah,
do
he's
want
over
to,
there.
when I get the opportunity, write a quick note like, hey, you said not to put like body parts and stuff in the bag of holding, but one of the students was killed, and it's the fastest, safest, easiest way to transport the body quickly. Can I use the bag of holding? I'm just gonna write that to Daphne.
I am here,
That's
ready to
fantastic.
steer.
Okay.
So yeah, and again, asking permission, like
That's-
writing it right in the book, like, hey, Daphne, I know we're not supposed to, but like, Group is dead, so can we throw him in the bag of holding so you can get him to the school faster? It's the safest, fastest way to transport his body.
Really hope you're not reading this shit out loud in front of me.
No. I'm telling him that's what I'm doing when I have the opportunity.
Alright,
So-
well, we just got interrupted by a bunch of angry villagers, so
No,
we'll
no,
see if
no,
we
no.
get to that.
Well, yes
Cardin
and
is
no. Yeah, Cardin, you are
They're
currently
not angry.
so
but
where
they are
we
confused and scared.
where we ended were the three of you. Hold on, let me just pause this music
Cotton
here
is still working over the
because
body.
boom. Okay. All right. Right. So first off, are we doing everything correctly here? I just want to make sure we have mic volume, we have Discord voice, we are at the same decibel.
What?
So that now you guys aren't going to be super quiet and I'm not going to be super fucking loud. Music
Unless
and
I
roll
decide
20
to
is
shout
on.
irrationally.
Then
Rationally.
actually,
that all the
that
time.
does not matter because I also have a fucking limiter on your audio track.
You
so-
can't
so I can
limit
be as
me.
loud as I
Ross.
want?
Oh, you can scream and you will only
Oh
go
my
as
God,
high as
yes.
-3 decibels. So you do not have to worry about that.
That doesn't make any sense.
It caps you off, so it sounds like you're almost screaming into the background. So you can't scream. It cuts it off before it hits a certain decibel.
Yeah, if you
I
get too
feel
So
loud,
if it
free.
goes too
Cuts
loud,
off.
it just literally doesn't make any noise.
No,
That makes sense.
It just makes it sound like you're like stepping away from the mic. It just lowers your volume for you.
All right, let's test it. Ready?
Uh,
Me.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I just heard yelling the whole time.
Well,
It was
you don't have it.
No, we don't have it.
I
It'll be
know.
in the
Blowing
YouTube.
up poor
I know.
Patrick and Gerard's ears because I thought you were out here doing MLG shit.
I have it. You don't have it.
No, I know.
That's for me. Like I have that.
I'm thankful I did not scream as loud as I could have.
So
Me too.
just a couple things to note because we are
Sexy man.
yes we are building this world as we go. So I've got like the main lands and stuff like that. So
All right. Well, this
Pardon.
village is now a free and
it's
prosperous
an
place.
open
Have fun.
thing. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Cardin, you already have your location. You're the mana mine, the diamond mines, the mana mines. What'd you call it?
Heligost.
Heligo.
Diamond
Yes,
mines.
yes. The whole
Yes.
thing. I have you all written down here.
I
Lucius,
have no recollection whatsoever. Of
the only
backstory that I gave you.
the only thing I have from you is that you grew up in the Caruso Manor. But
Yeah, that could be anywhere. I don't
that
care.
could be absolutely
If
anywhere.
you can see my character in D&D Beyond, the entire backstory is written in there. So
I
it could
have
be
you-
Anything.
I have you as the city of Killigost, the kingdom under the mountain, the mana mines, in the Amber Mountains, which is.
Oh, if I go to
where-
backstory, it just says add backstory.
No. Unfortunately, Mr. Pat, you did not have much of a backstory, which is fine. Your location is Caruso Manor, which pretty much allows me to put you wherever the fuck I want. Lucius,
to. It's
you
convenient.
you need to come up with what the swamplands. That's you don't have to do it right on the spot. I mean, that's just
Oh, the
you
only
can-
note
you
that's
can take
important
time.
is Crusoe Manor was in a forested area.
Yes.
That is literally the only detail that's actually important.
Yes. Which is completely fine because I think I can actually put you on the way to the Amber Mines in that direction on the map. So pretty much
That's
we're on a
convenient.
large continent, and then you guys are spread out all over the place via this one continent. And yeah. So
Getting lost in the woods
you
is
know,
like one of my favorite things to do as a child. And I mean actually lost. Like not even like
that's what you gotta do. And yeah, so Lucius, take your time with it. But the swamplands, you can come up with that, and if you want to do extra credit, I know your clan broke up into several different clans. If you want to give them names, if not, I can totally do that, not a problem. But just like your mainland, whatever you would like to for that to be called. Okay, other than that, so we're gonna jump into it, and let me just stop with all that nonsense. Let's see. Let me just bring this up, and we're good to go. Okay, Cardin, you hear the fading footsteps of your comrades leading out the door of the church as you begin to recreate the horrific events that had happened to your friend Grouper, who is still hanging next to
No,
you.
he was taken down.
He was
That's
taken down.
Specifically
What-
something Cardin
Yeah.
mentioned that he
And so the
I
body
put
is
him
now
in-
lying
put
on
him
the
one
ground of the church.
pews, and
Okay.
I put my shark skin cloak on him, so he's covered.
Okay. So, we're first gonna do. I think we're gonna do Cardin. So Lucius and Edward, you do the classic Edward leave, kick the door, same as the Edward entrance. Just boot the door, and it fucking slams open as you guys step out. Cardin, you can briefly hear the sound of commotion, coming from outside of the church. Just kind of like townsfolk murmuring is exactly what it is. It's just obviously concerned townsfolk coming out, like, and you can kind of hear them pretty clearly as the doors slam
Right.
open and then slowly shut behind them, so that sound kind of dips down. So Edward and Cardin, you are assaulted by that, and Edward and
assault.
and
No,
Lucius.
this is a great situation. What do you mean? I have an audience.
So
This is a victory condition.
Cardin, a couple minutes go by and you can hear your comrades talking amongst each other. And then visually, your surroundings start to darken heavily. It is, from what I understood, it was rather early in the morning for all of this shit to have gone down, if I'm not mistaken. Or did you guys show up at? No, this was in the morning because you caught the group at the bar, the overnighters.
Yeah, the breakfast.
Yeah, so it's roughly like maybe 9-10 o'clock, the latest. So it was pretty bright out. And all of a sudden, the windows darken, the ambiance darkens, the candle lit altars and stuff. All of their dim light starts to recede, and the area around you gets rather cold-ish. You can feel a slight temperature change. Make a perception check
Prepare my weapons.
as you've begun the initial attack
It's a 22.
Okay, let me do this because I know. Is that how this works? Do your thing, please. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. You see a large black mass start to appear next to Grouper's body. As you turn over and look over your shoulder, and I'm assuming you're kind of doing it around the same altar area. Your little torch action.
He's hung up exactly. Like
Okay,
how Grouper
so
was.
behind you, you got Grouper in the pews, and as you turn, you can see this large mass kind of hovering over Grouper. Not even paying you any mind.
I take a step towards them and I ask very nonchalantly, "Who are you?"
You can see a faint, a very rough silhouette of a humanoid figure, roughly about 7 feet tall. It's got a little bit of a hunch in the back, and the shadow doesn't seem to have gone away from this figure. It looks to be just cast in it. You can see subtle clasps and buckles in a large, wide-framed figure. But it looks like there's just moving shadow kind of cascaded all over him as the hood tilts up in your general direction, and you don't really see any facial features other than a crude beak slightly poking out. And a deeper voice looks at you and says, "What happened here?" And he's just staring down at Grouper. You can see he's now like patting him down, and
I say, "Oh, so I recognize this as the professor." Yoktas Kenku?
make an intelligence check. Make an intelligence roll. Yeah.
6.
Through the features, you can tell it's a Kenku. You don't know if it's the same
It's
one.
the same one.
Correct.
I want to say the undercommon word for my brother, and then I'm gonna say he was attacked by this man, and I point with my hammer to the man who's in bonds, and has joined the ancestors. Now justice demands that he be made right. So I am taking care of that now. I will take him back to his homeland and give him burial rights appropriate for somebody like him.
He dips down and scoops carefully, gets under Grouper's body and cradles him up and lifts him up. And he's holding him in there, and he looks over at you and kind of past you at the hanging body and says, "Do what you will. This one comes with me." And he's taking a couple steps back, not turning away from you, but just back stepping from you.
Where can I see him again after this is done to pay my respects?
He looks down at the body, up at you, and says, "Thacker will find you." And he takes a few more steps back into
I
the
nod
shadow.
and I say, "Good. This sounds pedantic, but can you leave the cloak behind? I feel like I'm probably gonna get attacked by the villagers after this is done."
The sharkskin cloak?
Yeah.
yeah. Using one hand to cradle the body, he takes it over and he just kind of lays it across the nearest pew that he has. So it's about 20 feet from you. And then he takes a few more steps back into the corner of the church where a shadow starts to envelop him.
And I say, "Thank you for taking care of him." As I turn around and resume the ass beating.
And you hear a slight whisper in the wind of, one for me. And then the light starts coming
they
back.
just turn this ass beating into extra credit. So-
Yeah, so the light starts to come back and everything starts to fade back in. And yeah, so that's the boys, the other guys, Lucius and Garden. I mean, Lucius and Edward. As you kick the door in, you can hear the first as a shattered shin bone is being recreated behind you. And so the door slowly, as you see
Lots of percussive instruments. It's all fun.
a group of townsfolk, kind of a few of them are rummaging through the bodies, like, and kind of moving them out of the way. Another one is starting to like usher people around and call them out. You see one older age, I would probably say maybe 60s, pretty decent shape, human man. Just kind of walking around, a little bit of a scruff going on, hasn't had time to shave, looks a little disheveled, probably hasn't showered in a couple days. And he is kind of trudging around.
Showers?
Not a solid water source. They try their best, but they are still a budding village. So he seems to be the one who's ushering and
when it rains, bad. When it rains.
Yeah.
There's magic.
Most of the people are kind of running into him.
Not everyone is a capable magician like I am, Lucy.
And he looks over in your direction. He says, "You there?
Hey,
Are you
how's it going, old
responsible?
man?
Are you responsible for all of this?"
If you would like to know, you should follow me to the tavern, and I will spin you the tale of our glorious battle as we defeated Sticky Fingers and the villainous thugs, the bad guys. We're good guys.
And I'm assuming you just continue to the bar.
I keep walking towards the tavern. Yeah. Come, follow me.
Lucy, what do you?
What's the guy's reaction to him saying all that?
He befuddled. It was just kind of looking around with a cockeyed look in his face, like holds up a finger as he's watching Edward walk away, and he looks over at you and is just kind of pointing, looks a little confused. Looks obviously still concerned, tired.
He's gonna shrug, like, "Come on," and follow Ed in.
And you can, as he's walking away, he says, Mary, you and Tom, you collect a few of these bodies, and tell the stable boys to start digging I guess a grave off in the back near the woods.
Deep hole, boys. 6 feet. Don't want them coming back.
Over my shoulder too. +1.
And he's like looking around, and he's counting around. He's like, what, 12, 15 graves. 15 graves. 16 graves, son. And
one big hole.
You can see this rather dirty blonde-haired half-elf kind of look up and go, yes, sir, and run off. And as she's like dusting herself off. But okay, yeah, you guys enter the bar. It is deadly quiet.
That's not important.
All right. Yeah. second breakfast bear, please. Gonna need 3 more. Walking right up to the bar. Not even. Still not phased by any of this.
Okay, the heavier set man is still kind of cradling his knees in a fetal position, like when you're just sitting on your ass and hugging your knees with his face in between his legs, kind of thing. And it takes you just like a hot second to realize he's fucking passed out. He's sleeping. You can hear the snoring. So he went from cowering to sleeping.
All right. I mean,
the rest of the bar is dead from what you can see as soon as you walk in.
This is unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna have to pour myself a drink. Oh.
Hey, while you're over there, get me one. This is
I'm gonna get 3.
Confusing, isn't it?
Wait till the elder dude comes in and explain what happened.
A few seconds go by, and
I'm behind the bar pouring drinks.
And yeah, and probably about a minute, maybe a minute and a half go by, and then you can hear the familiar light bell, king ding king, as 2 people walk in, the familiar older gentleman and a younger woman behind him. As
all right, assuming village elder and secretary.
He looks as yes, I am the head guy. I guess we don't really have labels for that. I'm the guy people go to. And this is my wife, Helen. We do our best to keep order around here. Please help yourself. And he goes to
Like, yeah,
he goes to
obviously.
sit down.
Like I'm doing.
And he
Fucking
goes to
right,
sit
wait,
down
yeah.
at one of the tables, and he pulls up a couple chairs and he just kind of flops
I'm
down.
pouring drinks for them now too because it's
And-
I'm behind the bar.
He looks over and says, "Is the tender over there? Do you see him?"
I point over to the corner where he's napping.
Fuck. Barry, and you can see. Oh God!
The man has had a rough day. You
And
could have let him sleep it off. God.
He looks up and kind of pops over the bar. Oh, boss, I'm sorry. It's got a little crazy. I didn't know. Fucking hey, I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna walk over with like 5 steins or whatever the fuck they have here, mugs. I don't care.
Yeah,
Put
you
them
can
on the
find
table.
several. Yeah, you can find several wood carved mugs.
And basically, I leave one in the empty space where Cardin will be joining us whenever he's done.
That's fair. And you
He's probably gonna
guys,
need that.
Lucius, do you just go and sit with them?
Yeah, I'm gonna hear what Ed's gonna say, then
Okay.
say what I need to if needed.
Okay. Not always the best move, but all right, I admire it. So, what do you want to know?
Before the old man can kind of open his mouth, the younger woman, Helen, kind of puts her hand on his bicep and pulls him back a little as he was kind of leaning in. She says, "But before he can say anything, I would like to say thank you. It was very noble of you to come and free us from that terrible, terrible man and his band of ruffians, if you will. I don't want to use
You're
any
welcome.
foul language. So before we get into it," and then she takes a step back, and the husband just kind of looks over and gives her a nod. And he leans up and he's like, "This is different. This is very different. We didn't know what really happened, but one day this man shows up with a band of mercenaries and claims that they can offer us protection. And being of a smaller town, as you can see, we kind of needed it, and so we took them on their offer. We immediately regretted it as they started demanding things and taxes and all kinds of payments that we couldn't make due on, so they just started
Aw.
taking.
Yeah, typical highwayman behavior, kind of deal. Yep, got it.
The head one, I believe they called him Sticky Fingers.
Uh-huh.
Dead.
He
He had a thank you, by the way, for that. That's good.
no problem.
He has a room
Distance.
here. Yeah, I'll make perception checks because I don't. There's a fucking hot chance.
Well, I was gonna wait for him.
Jesus, the pain.
22. Yeah, I might hear that. I'm like,
19.
Yeah, you definitely do. Every like couple seconds, like every maybe 30 seconds, you'll just hear another. It's fantastic.
Edward just ignores it and continues drinking like it's not happening.
They don't even not even asking. The wife
Yeah, I
looks a
know,
little
but it's like-
concerned every time it happens. The wife looks a little more concerned as she keeps looking at the husband, and he just keeps shaking his head. But yeah, so he's gonna say he had a room here that he took the largest room, the master room that we sell, and
Did he
kind of
now?
put that up
Like,
as
Edward
his
just
own.
looks up like, really?
He kind of kept it as his own area. So you're more than welcome to have whatever he had in there. We just ask that you return the property of the residents of our town.
That's acceptable. That's right. Got it. Deal.
And we will happily pay
kickbacks.
you with
Like
whatever we
my
can. But may I ask, who are you and why?
We're BUPD from Brightbrine University. We were here following a lead.
On Sticky
Regarding-
Fingers, actually.
I think it was actually I think it was to get sticky fingers. That's extremely
Yeah.
convenient, actually. I don't pay that much attention, honestly.
Hmm.
A drink.
I'm sorry what happened to your friend. It's
Oh yeah, that actually kind of pisses me off a little bit. That's unacceptable.
I can only tell you that Sticky Fingers was always talking to someone at night. There was always
Interesting.
some kind of chatter going on in his room.
I mean, I talk to myself all the time. That's not that weird. Incidentally, this is where Lucy would need to be involved.
Yeah,
I was,
I couldn't tell you
yeah.
who he was. I
Actually-
always just heard a conversation happening.
I'm just gonna reach in my bag.
'Kay.
Did he have something that looked like this? I'm gonna pull out that chalice.
I'd have to talk to the maid hands here. They're the ones that tend to the room, so I don't know. But we have two.
Alright, well, we'll go find out when we go up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Please feel free. he looks over at Tender, give him the key to the master. And you get tossed a brass key.
Neat.
So you can.
Edward's good at catching. He can catch that.
Yeah, it's a fairly easy catch. So you can go ahead and make that dexterity reflex.
Yeah, why not? Let's see what
Sleight of
happens.
hand, I guess, whatever
Yep.
you want to use. Yeah, solid. Yeah, you snatch it right out the sky.
Just like put it right on the inner coat pocket as it's falling. Like,
looking at it just blindly, just eye to eye, you could tell this would have been an easy lock to pick, but this makes it easier.
I was getting in that room. That
so
was
you
not
ended this
stopping
way.
me. Like looking at the big key with like 2 things on it. Like, yeah, no, I was getting in that room.
Carden, go ahead and roll a performance, I guess.
Performance.
you
Knowledge
are
religion.
recreating, and
What
it
do
is
you roll for revenge?
that is an art.
Would not be
Recreating the entire thing. I guess.
Also,
Well,
I had
you can make an
assisted-
argument for something else. You can make an argument for something else. It doesn't have to be performance.
I had assisted him. Does he get
I mean, I rolled an 8. Let's just call it an 8 for the sake of that. I don't wanna
You
reroll.
you are confident that you've inflicted the same amount of wounds, but he in no way looks the same. He is
Yeah, also,
swollen.
the body was sticking, so like I'm
Yeah.
doing this shit from memory at this point.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But you feel confident that, I mean, obviously
dead?
he's super dead. Yeah, he got a couple minutes into it, gave out some good screams, but overall, after about 10 minutes of it, just his body gave out. So you kind of finished up, and he's just hanging from the Lythander relic.
I take a knee, sort of put the hammerhead down and lean on it, and take a knee, and then make a quick prayer to the ancestors to please guide and accept Grouper into the ranks. Even though he's a goblin, he was a good goblin, and we should expand. You know.
It turns out they're good goblins.
Make
Yes.
is religion still a fucking thing?
Yes, religion
Yeah.
is a thing.
Go ahead and do that.
Let's roll that
10.
20 and change his gods.
Okay.
All right.
You can feel a slight warmth from your piece, but it's you feel like you got a pretty solid prayer. It feels good. You got a lot of that stress off your chest as you feel like you've given both the justice it deserves and the knowledge, knowing that somebody who cared for Grouper more, if not the same, reverse that, is going to take care of Grouper. So yeah, you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
I'll just stand up and say out loud, "Well, Sticky Fingers, I am sad that you did this to my friend, because you probably would have just been arrested. But no hard feelings. Well, we're even." And I will start to untie him
I
from the thing.
no, he's like, no, we're good, sir.
Bury the
let me
hatchet.
see, this is it, right? This is, yeah, we're good.
Bury the hammer.
Okay. All right, I gave it a shot. It didn't work. Okay. Yeah. You can absolutely do it. And as you kind of just like dragging, what do you do with his body? You can cut him down super easy.
I untie him. I don't want to cut the rope because I keep using this rope, so I'm
My
gonna
rope,
save it.
yeah.
And then I'm
Okay.
gonna put
No,
him.
you
I'm
can
gonna
untie.
put him very careful. I'm actually ceremonious with his body because, like, as far as dwarven culture is concerned, he's paid his penance.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put him in my bedroll, which I will burn after this. I'm not sleep in this anymore, and I'm gonna use my rope to tie him up like a tamale in the bedroll, and then I'm gonna fling it over my shoulder and start going to the tavern.
Okay.
Also, Carden, you might be a little more flippant with the rope. You know that Edward knows how to mend shit.
There you go.
That's fair.
Carden, you walk out to a handful of townsfolk just kind of looking around. You get a couple glances as they see you with this bloody bedroll. And you can just, there's a bunch of people who are dragging bodies over to. Now what you see is a couple of the younger kids with shovels off in the distance digging holes, as most of the bodies are now over there being lined up and kind of wrapped in these faux like wheat papers and stuff like that they're just lying down. You can either take him over there. There's going to be like a mass
No, I mean
burial
we
over
need the
there?
body for the bounty, so I'm gonna bring
Ah,
him with us.
fair.
But
Okay.
as I step out, I do look around, and like if there's anybody who looks like they have any sort of authorities, it's just like random scared townsfolk.
As of these people right now, no one. But as you are kind of looking around with this inquisitive look, like, who do I talk to? You actually see one of the guys who are tending to the body. He kind of drops the body he's dragging and points over into the tavern. He's like, your buddies went over there, and he looks down and grabs the body and starts dragging. He points to the
I'm
tavern.
not. I'm gonna say I'm gonna take this one to go if that's cool with y'all.
He says,
walk towards the tavern.
he smacks this kid, and he points over to him, and you see this younger kid, probably about 17, 18, run over to you, and he's like, I can take that body to your wagon. As he's just
How
kind
old did
of,
you say he is?
he's about 17, 18.
There's a human,
You're,
so he's like,
you're a little young, my friend, to be dealing with so much death. Why don't you just? I'll take care of this one.
It's a hard life to live out here, especially with what's happened over the past couple of days. Trust me, they made us watch your friend die. This is nothing.
Well, you remember his name? It was Grouper.
Groper.
And hopefully, his death will bring you some measure of peace, because anybody else who comes to fuck with Waylandshire now has to contend with a Black Forge. I walk away like Batman style.
You see him pull out this rolled up, almost like a small scroll. He kind of unrolls this piece of parchment and writes on it with this crude piece of charcoal that he has, and he puts it back into his little pants pocket.
he's
This
one of the
is
smart ones.
Grouper the Goblin, and he starts walking away, kind of just racking his head. And yeah. That's gonna. I need to write that down because something's gonna happen with that. Give me this. Here.
Find the burned remains of a pair of pants inside the note that says Grouper the Goblin.
Grouper the Goblin. No, and yes. Waylandshire. Cool. Nailed it.
Sticky Fingers is very lucky he did not die, so he could pay his penance. Because if not, I would have had to take his ass to the capital to get him resurrected, so we could squash this beef properly.
Carrying around your first bounty until you find a diamond that you can give it. Thank you for bringing me back. No, don't do that.
We're not done.
You don't want to be. Did we save that? Okay, so yeah, Carden, everyone kind of noticed that you just said you're taking this one to go, and it's all tied up ceremoniously, so no one's gonna touch it. You can either take it in with you to the tavern, or you can leave it outside the tavern.
Yep, I'll take it right with me to the tavern.
Okay, as you open up, you see that there is the larger, heavyset man behind the bar, kind of still shaking but looking around. Looks like he just kind of woke up from a nap, and you can see four people sitting at the table: Lucius, Edward, an older gentleman, and a
Edward's
younger
just
woman.
Pointing at the drink at the table.
I nod, and I pick up the drink I still have on my shoulder, and I just sort of like take a deep breath.
You must be the third. Thank you. Please.
Yeah.
Bubba,
Listen,
3
guys,
plus 15.
I'm sorry I had to go a little dark there, guys. As I put
Huh?
the body carefully down.
Oh
on the
right,
ground.
yeah, that was harrowing.
Yeah.
Drink.
That had to be done.
Mhm.
Might I ask who's in the sack?
That's Sticky Fingers, or the
The
artist formerly known as Sticky Fingers.
She looks down in disgust. Oh, good God! And spits down on it.
We're inside.
Ah,
And
yeah, we're on side. This is your tavern.
She looks up and she's just, I'm so sorry. And she pulls out a little like piece of fabric and she starts dabbing her mouth.
We
Very,
wouldn't
very
dispose of the
unladylike.
body, but we do need to take him back so that people know what happened.
Bounties and stuff.
Thank
as
you.
well.
We're the good guys.
I have heard the BUPD, if that is correct.
Yeah, we're Brightbrine Phoenix dudes, right? Brightbrine University Phoenix dudes. 1 second, I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah, that's it.
I believe
That
that's
is correct.
The Phoenix Dudes. I says, well, that is a strong name, and I'm sure it will carry far. Please, I must go and tend to the rest. You have whatever you need from us. As she stands
Before
up.
you go,
Yes.
sorry, and I know this is probably not an opportune time to ask, but we're here. A while back, there was a boy who disappeared in a caravan headed for this place. And,
Thomas.
And people from our university said they were going to check on it, but we haven't heard. Has there been any progress with his disappearance? The circumstances were alarming, to say the least.
Yes. The only thing that we heard was there was an issue with the heirloom he carried from his family. We haven't heard from the university either, but we are all very concerned about what had happened. If you do find, please come back and tell us, because we are quite disconnected at this point. We're growing, but it's going to take a while.
So other than this terrible happenstance with Mr. Sticky Fingers, you haven't had any other weird disappearances?
No.
Okay.
That's no. Thank God. We're
Hope
trying. We're
you
trying
guys
here.
catch a bit of better fortune in the coming seasons.
And she gives you a pat on the shoulder as she walks behind you and starts heading out. And you hear a tiny cling, cling, cling as she walks out of the tavern. And the husband is there. Please, check the rooms if you'd like. Like I said, he used the master one. The rest of his thugs either crashed down here on the tables or in the churches. But yeah, please, whatever he was doing, it's yours. As he,
All right.
he
I
puts
also
his
have a
hand-
question for you. I'm so sorry for hogging the spotlight. I'm a little
How's it
stressed
going?
out from a workout.
Yes, and I'm sorry for your
Sticky
loss.
Finger and his thugs tied our friend Grouper, to the symbol of Lathander. And
Like,
as they
snarl
tortured
like
him,
that.
I just wanted to
that's
inquire
pretty
as
fucked
to
up. Yeah,
why,
like, that's not
if there was
okay.
any connection there besides
He,
just vandalism.
he made your friend's execution public, and I don't think that the church had anything to do with that. There were several relics in there, and he just instructed one of his men to go and grab one that would make a crucifixion easier. The sun shape, I guess, appealed to him, but I don't think that was remotely religious driven or deity driven. We don't get many holy men here. That's why we have just a generic
You have
temple.
at least 3 sitting in the tavern right now.
Well,
And
yeah.
Edward's like,
And I look at him confused, and then I look around.
yeah, it's fine.
Who's the third?
It's just, we
It's
just
like-
kind of have a generic place for anybody looking to do that. I think the Lythander relic was just the easier one to grab, but that's just me.
You have to stop
That makes sense.
confusing relic with symbol.
Symbol.
because Relics are valuable and powerful, and that is just a statue. Please. All right.
Fair.
All right, that's
I'm
just
not a
nitpicky
religious
thing.
man.
Sorry. Yeah. But I was like, every time I heard relic, I got really excited, and then I remembered that it's not a relic.
All right. So then in that case, I wait till he leaves.
Okay.
And I
Then
go,
he
Oh,
yes
Godin, let's go upstairs real
Yeah.
quick. Come on.
Yeah,
Oh my
Lucy-
God, there's loot to be
Lucy,
had.
I am so sorry, Lucy, but I might have to walk back that whole Holy Crusade on the church thing that I promised. It was in the heat of the battle, and I thought they had killed Grouper, and like I'm still on your side, but I don't know if I'm gonna score her.
I got you, Lucy. Don't worry about it.
he
still don't
you can just hear the older man kind of slap the bar as he's walking away, and he says, "Tender, give them anything they need today." And he walks out, and you can just hear the cling cling cling.
Foot massage. Foot massage. I'm pointing at Lucy. Foot massage. It's been anything. Hey, just saying. But at that point, Edward is walking up the steps to the master bedroom as
I
he's
go.
sitting
I
there.
pick up Sticky Fingers and I follow suit.
Okay, yeah, you make it to the it's kind of like the last door at the hallway. It's at the head of the hallway.
Yeah.
So you go and use the key. You open it up, and
Like
the place
a
is
whole
a
half of the tavern. Yeah.
yeah, the place is a fucking mess. It's
Oh, awesome.
it looks like it's been tossed, but almost like a what do they call that?
Like a
a
party?
clean, yeah, like a
rock
an
star?
organized chaos kind of situation. It doesn't look like somebody ransacked it. It just looks like an absolute fucking mess. Drawers are still pulled out. There are
this
pieces
is
of fabric torn up all over the place.
Any
but-
indication of how Sticky Fingers was going to run shit, we didn't have to do a damn thing.
so
We didn't
make
really do anything.
make an investigation
killed them all.
as you all.
Can I help Edward?
Natural
Yeah.
20.
No need for help.
I mean, that was the help. Yeah, there you go.
With the help action, I could roll another natural 20. Let's find out. Wait, no, I don't want to waste it.
So
Very poorly.
you see a sizable sack over in the corner
I
of
kick
the
that one
room,
open,
and
and I
it's,
continue investigating.
as you kick it, it's just filled with coin.
What?
Yeah.
Just let it spill out. It's like, well, half that probably has to go back to the townspeople. It was requested that was returned.
There are definitely several articles of clothing. You can see some dresses that are around. Like clearly, he wasn't using. Like there's just piles of shit of clothing and
Listen,
stuff like
I'm
that
not
that he
going to
was
judge
literally
Sticky
taking
Fingers,
from
all right?
people.
Maybe the dresses feel nice.
Um, You also notice that on the end table there is a silvered chalice.
Basically, I like make eye contact with Lucy and point it to the chalice.
Like the one that we saw in the sewers?
Correct.
The one
The
that's
one
in
that I just
Lucy's
pulled out?
possession. Let's go find out. I indicate and then I continue searching the room because there's a natural 20 on investigation. I assume my character's just for the next 10 minutes locked in.
Yeah, there. I mean, this chalice, unlike the other one, is not spilled over, and does still contain a half amount of this darkened liquid. There are a couple weapons that are around, and
Let me a second. Let me open up my equipment. Let me open my backpack and let me go down to my notes.
there you go.
Excuse me.
What's this motherfucker got in this room?
He has one strap of throwing daggers or darts. Like, it would be the same situation.
With a bandolier.
Yeah, I
of
guess would be
throwing item. We'll
yes.
decide on that.
Of darts. They're roughly around. They're roughly about 15 that kind of strap around the forearm situation.
Holy shit, this thing is cool.
There is also a pair of what looks to be like steampunky-ish goggles.
What goggles?
That are sitting under like a couple. There's like a folded over pair of pants, and you kind of see one of the lenses sticking out. So you move it over, and there's a pair of steampunk goggles.
I'm putting the loot list together.
And then and then other than that, it's just a bunch of crap that you could definitely see is the townsfolk's kind of situation.
Right. Oh, okay, so we can leave the rest of this here for the town folks people to come through, but let's leave some of the gold as well as a general rule. Again, it was only because they asked. If they didn't ask, I was taking everything. Like,
Yeah.
you know, spoils and war and whatnot. I got these 2 bronze pistols though. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
That you do.
And an ornate hand axe with the star thingy to look at later.
All right.
Actually,
So I mean,
cut. Control paste.
should we check
And
the other room?
Lucy, why don't you check out that fucking chalice? Is it the same thing?
Just
Yeah, he said it was.
yeah. Just by looking
Yeah,
at
but
it,
I mean,
same fucking thing. Except this one has liquid in it.
I'd look into. Do I see anything in it?
Just a you can't really. I mean, what do you do with it? How do you find out?
Well,
I
I'm gonna
am
just look
artificer. I can use tool to determine what the liquid is.
I'm gonna lean in like over it and look into like.
You
So I
can.
know the other one had the liquid in it.
Oh,
Too.
I pull out my book of beginner alchemy,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to make an educated determination on what the fuck is in this.
Okay.
Vial.
Roll a check. Roll an alchemy.
Alchemy is not a thing anymore. What do
Hold
I
on,
roll?
hold
Just
on. Intelligence. That's
Fuck.
yeah.
Well, I rolled a 16. Hot damn.
Okay, not bad.
fucking necklace.
Just based off of like viscosity and color, it seems to be some kind of blood.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, that's probably demonic.
There's a slight like copper iron smell to it.
Yeah. All right, so it needs blood for the ritual. Hey, Lucy, you might not be comfortable with this. Just saying. What if we put a little bit of blood in that chalice and try to activate them?
We don't know who we're talking to.
Well, I mean,
I think is you meant.
I'm assuming we might be able to actually talk to each other if it's our blood.
What if we just pour some of that blood into this cup and I take the other one out?
I mean, I might need all the blood to work.
Or we just take the cup with the blood to one of our teachers who are experienced in this kind of thing. Instead of someone in the middle of this town.
Didn't we
They've
actually
been through a
talk
minute.
to?
Also,
didn't
we
talk
need
to
to,
somebody about this already.
This is
But we didn't know what the liquid was.
Yeah, because it spilled out. It was just dark. Remember,
Yeah.
we were in
Now
the sewer.
Yeah,
now we
so
have
can
a
I-
little bit of better heads up.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, but if we know who,
We don't
just
know whose
can't
blood
remember.
that is. That could be
No,
Griffith's
no.
blood.
I'm saying I don't remember who we spoke to about the other
Turtle
chalice. You said,
Man.
Yeah,
yeah. So
turtle
I'm
lady.
gonna write him a note saying
Or
we
whatever.
found another chalice. This one has blood. This one has
Hi,
blood in it.
baby.
Okay.
Remember, we went to the warlock.
Did we? I thought it was
I don't
Turtle
remember.
Boy.
Yeah, we went to the warlock.
Okay.
Who's
we
the
had-
warlog?
The Cassius, we had come to him because we had the direwolf. So we asked. what
Oh
was
yeah,
that?
yeah. That's correct. That's correct.
So the beginner's book of alchemy is great. I identified blood. I'm good at this, guys. This is great. I got this.
So-
However, if it's a scene, can I just try something real quick?
Sure.
I lean into the base, the goblin, and say, "Hey, yo, bitch!"
That's a goblin. Hey, you know what? That's a pretty fucking dwarvish way to like. Who dat?
Does anything happen?
Who dis?
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay, so I assume the portal's not open. I just didn't want to, bring a slide to our mess by carrying this goblet.
Be
full of blood.
talking to yeah, fair.
I mean, if the goblet's full of blood and we put it in our bag of holding and pull it out, will the blood still be in the goblet?
Oh,
You were bringing drinks like that earlier.
Yes, but the to-go
With
cups have
lids,
lids.
but-
the to-go
I
cups
pull out
have
the to-go
lids.
cup and it has the lid on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the to-go cups have lids. That's the.
You
Do
I'm
we have
pretty
any of
sure-
those to-go cups still?
I have some to-go cups. Yeah, you want to put some blood in one of the
Plenty
to-go
of
cups?
clerics to put the blood
One
in.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like 3 fucking clerics. 1 second, let me actually. I'm keeping notes of like all of them. I have fucking inventory all. Scroll to the bottom. Yeah, I only have 2 cleric cups at the moment, but yeah, you can use the spare cleric cup.
There we go.
One of them out of my inventory.
That's
Cleric
fantastic.
cup, and then I put cleric with blood.
That's fantastic.
Filled with
All right, there we go. Yeah, then I'll
chalice
just.
blood.
Would this fall under putting body parts in the bag, though?
Not if it's in the to-go cup. They don't have to know. What's wrong with you, Lucy? Incidentally,
Alright.
I'm still waiting for Daphne to get back to me
So
regarding
yeah, I'll
Rupert's
put
body because I
the
don't
cup
know yet.
and the
You
the
don't have to
blood
put
cup.
the blood cup in the bag of holding. It is light enough where we can
I only
carry it
have-
if you want.
I don't have pockets. I'm not gonna hold it in my
Okay,
hand.
you do whatever you need to do.
All right, and yeah, okay, so you have a
Wear a
cleric
vest.
to-go
All I
cup.
have is the bag.
Boy, this is your fault. We've gone through many tailors. Look how well dressed Edward is.
Hey, I
Look
have
at
a
his
nice
overhand
vest.
vest.
Like genuinely, like it's a very expensive suit.
I have a nice vest.
Thank you for
I'm just,
noticing, Cotton. Honestly,
Yes.
well, it's very nice. They took the time. I mean, like a lot of thread count, high thread count. This is comfy as fuck. You really got to get a fitted suit, seriously.
The
Lucy.
school gave me a bag of holding. Why would I
It counts
need
as
another
being
bag?
unarmored. It counts as being unarmored. You could fight as a barbarian in a baller suit.
God,
I
sorry.
am armored, but then I'd ruin the suit.
Yeah, and I could mend it. I don't
While
see
they're
what the
having this
problem is.
argument, how many coins are there in this sack?
Yep.
Just like a rough estimate. It looks to be around 300.
This is my hot take. Unless you guys disagree, we should probably just give these coins to the town folk.
I mean, yeah, I've got like
I mean, you guys
All
paid
the
off your debt, right?
honestly, yeah, I paid off my debt, and we have all of this. We have 3
And
short
this
bows,
will
2 daggers,
like
a
set him up
longbow.
for like 2 years, and they barely have any harvest. There's not a river nearby, so they don't
Yeah.
have
Yeah, I
This is
honestly
the worst
don't know.
spot
This
to
is a
build a
terrible
settlement,
plan.
so I feel
Yeah.
like we should set him up to help him out.
Well, maybe they have an artesian well.
Perhaps they have whatever that is.
Yes, I only learned about what it is recently myself, so you know, don't worry. About it.
No, I mean, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Right, so I'm gonna collect the sack, and then begin
And just
to head
put it with
downstairs.
their belongings. Yeah, like
No, I'm gonna just go out. I don't mistrust the people we just talked to, but it'd probably be better than make an announcement so that everybody knows there's money, so that not one person takes it and then we end up with Sticky Fingers 2.0.
I mean,
That's fair too.
actually, you know what's fair? That's 300 gold. That's like
Yeah.
10 years worth of farmers' wages
There you
for
go.
like the whole town.
So I have Sticky Fingers over one shoulder, the sack of money on the other hand. I'm
Oh,
gonna start heading
jeez.
Let's go find the
downstairs.
old guy. I never asked his name, but he's probably the elder. I'm not going to ask his name, so I plan on leaving here basically like at like rest soon.
And yeah, so you walk out there and you see the older man dragging one of the bodies over
Terrible
to a
location
gravesite.
for beer, breakfast, and beer baths and beyond. God, this place sucks.
Yeah, there's no natural hot spring, so
Can't do
Yeah,
it.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it'd have to be created magically. Do you know how much that would cost? The overhead is just unacceptable.
Yeah. too much. Unless you found an elemental stone, then it could pay for itself.
Well, yeah, but I'd have to find one of those, and that's expensive too.
I'm just saying, let's keep an eye out.
Yeah, well, I am constantly, all the time.
And as we get up there, I'm gonna say, "Excuse me, good people of Waylandshire.
And you get all of their attention.
I know you guys have been through a lot, and we're sad and sorry that we could not have helped sooner. Most of all for my friend group, but we did find this sack of roughly around 300 gold coins, and I'm gonna drop it on the ground. Among Sticky Fingers' belongings, I'm sure some of that money is yours, some of it might not be, but we feel compelled to share it with you townsfolk since you've had a rough go of it. Hopefully this can help you get a better start. And for what it's worth, yeah, sorry. You need
luck.
to get some guards, maybe build a wall.
You can hire actual mercenaries now.
let's just say,
Like
be
legitimate.
careful with the people you invite into this town, unless you learn to defend yourselves.
And you can kind of you see the older man walk up, and he's brushing his hands off of some dirt, and he leans down and picks up the sack of money. I says, thank you. You will always be welcome here at Waylandshire. And he leans over, like kind of just tips back over his shoulder to the people and says, give him one for BUPD! And the
yep.
townspeople are like, BUPD! And they all give a fist in the air and kind of scream out the name.
Right.
And he looks back at you and says, what's your plan now?
Oh, we gotta go deliver this scumbag to the proper authorities. And we have an archaeology dig to go to, I think.
Yeah, I actually have a folded note. One second. I pulled a folded note for our sort of the quest that I've been carrying for like literally a week.
The actual like artificing note that he left.
That he gave me, yeah.
Yeah, and it just pretty much explains over the course of the 2 months to contact him earlier in the 2 months to find out when their expedition is, and you can go on it. So you would have to go and meet with him first to go get a little more information on it, but it's just meet with Artificer at the end of the school year.
Artificer Ullman, we got to go back to the school. I got to talk to him.
You've only got a couple days, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to write him a note.
If you guys are cool, I want to just head out. This place is kind of depressing me like deeply, and
Yeah,
I'm normally
alright,
a cheery guy. I feel like I've been really on the edge here.
Yeah, all right, let's go get Grupa, and then we'll get out of here.
Make a quick perception check, Cardin, as you guys are heading towards your wagon.
That is going to be a 14.
Okay. So as you guys are heading towards your wagon, you hear the sound of hammer and chisel, and as you look over to your right, tucked into one of the like kind of outdoor woodworking stables that they have, you can see that younger kid chiseling away at this large tree stump. And from what he has already, you can kind of just see a thin, pointy, what looks like to be a thin, pointy ear that he's kind of shaping right now as he's continuing to chisel away. And he looks up at you and just kind of gives you like a head nod, and he goes back.
I smile and nod. And as we were going, I informed these folks that why this Kenku-looking fellow, who could have been a professor or one of his associates, retrieved Ripper's body, and so that Thacker would let us know
What?
where they're burying him.
What?
Yeah, remember the he was standing in the back, always like broody Kenku guy with like daggers, and didn't say a word in our dorm.
When you were talking to
Looked
the
like him, but I
chancellor.
don't know if it was him.
We thought we were in trouble, but we weren't.
Yeah, when you were talking to the chancellor in your dorm.
Oh, right.
I don't know if it was him. They all look a lot alike. I mean, I know it's a little racist, but
I mean,
with the
yeah,
Kenku folks, the other guy didn't speak, so this one spoke very deep voice, and I was like, oh man, okay. But he seemed on the up and up, so he recovered Grouper and he took his body. So all we got to worry about is this asshole.
Oh, sweet. All right, well, to the wagon.
Yep.
All right, so also while in the wagon, I want to take however much time it takes to do a knowledge arcana check on these items that actually might, like the goggles, the throwing darts, and the bloody ornate hand axe.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll the arcana, knowledge arcana.
Arcana knowledge is only 13, but still above average.
Okay. The darts and the hand axe, they don't really give you much. The hand axe is just very nice. It looks to be rather on the expensive side. The darts are just darts. The goggles, however, and you can actually kind of figure this out via both a knowledge roll and then just trial and error. We're gonna roll on the encounter table real quick as you guys are traveling back. Bloop, bloop. Okay.
At any point from when we started, have we rested at all?
Before
No.
the fight, you did, and since the fight, no. It's
No.
you guys are heading back. It's probably around lunch, and you guys are heading back.
Yeah, I would say we take like a short rest before heading out, mostly to like, eat and whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Because you have the day and a half
How much,
like trek, so you could absolutely do a stop like
how much-
earlier on your trek.
I'm gonna
to
spend
liquidate all the
something
junk as well. like how much gold do I get for the items, like the full cost, or like 20% or what? What's the deal?
Hold on. I actually have that. Give me 1 second. I think I put that under books.
You make
How do I roll for dice heal?
So you see at the top where it says short rest or long rest?
Yeah, I click that and I click to hit die and it says take short rest and nothing happened.
Hmm.
What did I do? When you click on like which hit die you want to use, there should be a box that comes up right underneath it. And then you hit roll.
Ah, roll and then click take short rest, and then click confirm.
What do you? What do you?
Okay, so I did take short rest and then I do.
What are you trying to sell, Pat?
All the crap, like the short bows, the daggers, the short swords, the chainmail, the iron shield. I'm just
Okay.
looking at the inventory, like manage inventory, and I'm just looking up the prices
it.
so I know how
Okay.
much gold they're worth, and then how much gold I actually get is inconsequential past that point. Because
All right.
I can just do that math.
So yeah, upon selling. Let's see. Let's see what these are. Okay, yeah. Upon selling for any of the daggers, you get 1 gold piece for.
So half.
Yeah, half. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, the main cost, the normal cost. Yeah, so you get half of everything when sold.
Half value when selling, because I actually have to do math now.
There you go.
You're the worst.
Yeah, well, you know how we do. You're collecting all the shit.
I am. Well, I had bills and stuff, and now.
No, that's fair. Okay, so you guys are making your way downtown, Roman Path. You have a pretty uneventful night, but something cool happened.
Okay.
Passively nothing, but you all have to roll perception checks, and it's gonna be a
Perception.
high
10.
perception check. The
Hey,
highest
17.
of perception checks. And Lucy, what did you roll?
8.
And did Carden roll an 8 too? Is that what does
I
that?
rolled a
I
10.
rolled a 17.
Oh, 8, 10, and 17. Okay. Edward, you guys have a pretty endless night, and unfortunately, none of you made it, but it's all right. Edward, you look up for a quick second, and you see a streak of light kind of shoot across the sky for a hot second, but you see like the tail end of it, and it just kind of disappears.
I make a wish.
You can do that. You can go ahead
Yeah,
and
but
you can do that.
I make a wish.
Mhm.
Like I'm not actually expecting anything to happen.
Well, it would have if you rolled a little higher, but we're gonna do that. That was a very lucky roll. But we're gonna. Yeah, so you go ahead. You gotta do it just as a nice little comfort thing to yourself. But you guys finished out the night. But on the other hand, you have those goggles in your hand as you're looking at them as the night kind of crests over as you guys are taking your first rest. Very nice rest. You realize that putting these goggles on allows you to see in the dark up to about.
Worthless. I don't notice anything.
Yeah.
I have
already
devil's sight.
It looks
genuinely already have
it turns your devil sight, because I'm assuming devil sight would have some kind of like
I
a
have-
hue over it, like you would
No,
see
I
like
have, like just
well,
magic. I
do
can
do you
magical
see
darkness and
do you see
intelligence.
night vision green? Do you see sepia tone? Do you see like how is your night vision
Features and
activated?
traits.
I-
Infuse item.
I'm assuming this is
artificer,
just
blah,
flavor.
Blah, 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 blah. As far as flavor is concerned, yeah, I just see.
Like
You
how
can see normally in darkness, magical and non-magical, to 120 feet.
Yeah, so it would just look like there's light.
just
Yeah.
the sun
you know
never
Hollywood-
sets for you. That
You know,
sounds like
in Hollywood
terrible
movies where they're,
torture.
like, at night, but you can still see everything pretty
Yeah.
clearly, like that.
Yeah, I just see.
Okay. Just it never gets dark for
like-
you.
These glasses don't do anything.
Yeah.
You see the
you would know them as
So darts are
But I
5
would argue that you
copper
would
a
notice
piece.
that they do something because when you put them
Yeah.
on, you would not see your devil side. You would see like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
dark
you
vision
you
version.
I
can
mean, yeah,
tell
like
the
goggles-
difference.
The goggles are night vision goggles. It's
Yes,
like
correct.
metal.
Correct.
Oh, all right.
Have
That's-
you guys seen the new Army night vision thing?
No.
I have not.
Oh, it's fucking terrifying. It's like
Oh,
you know that old filter.
like
No, it's like that old filter that you used to put on images that was like detect edges and made everything glowy. It's like
Yeah.
that but in real life, and you can see like 300 feet out, perfect like
Oh, that's crazy.
definition.
God
Alright,
damn.
so hand axes are cheap as fuck, but an ornate hand axe, there's nothing to determine its
No.
actual value.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. It looks rather well made. It's sharp. Obviously, it still has Grouper's blood on it. But it just looks kind of nice. It's up to you what you want to do.
Oh no, I would prestidigitate the blood off it.
Yeah, there you go. You can clean it up, and it looks like a master hand axe, a master crafted hand axe.
Oh,
Just a very, very well ornate, expensive. If you want to liquidate it,
yeah.
just a
Unless,
liquidated.
of course, it's a better axe than what Lucy is carrying, which I would ask.
Nah, mine's family heirloom. Even if it was, I'd still be using this.
Okay, so yeah, because just to liquidate it, then what value do I associate with it?
I would probably, if you're just gonna sell that one, 25 gold pieces.
That's a piece of shit axe.
Yeah.
No, it's like 5 times.
If
the
you're
cost.
just if you're just getting rid of it, yeah.
Because I'm not getting rid of the pistols; those are mine now,
Oh, there you go.
and I'm gonna upgrade Whispers to not be fragile anymore.
Oh, that you can do. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can just use one of
use
the
the
bronze
parts.
pistols.
There you go. Okay. So you guys make your way back to the school. It's been about a day. About two. No, well, no. It's been a couple days. It's been a couple days. You definitely get a long rest because you had to take the day and a half to get out there, day and a half to come back, and you spend half a day there. So it's been about 3.5 days. You get back on graduation day.
All right.
And so it is. You guys know that you already have off. You don't need to attend this. Everything based on your transfer to next year is already taken care of.
The only thing is I have no idea who we need to hand in this body to because it's the mystery people for the bounty.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I thought we finished that one. Or they were both for the
Sticky
mystery people.
Fingers is
Yeah.
well.
and-
Grouper had the bounty, so I actually don't know.
But yeah,
Who was looking for it?
Because you told
Yeah, 'cause
you
the
told Grouper to take that one.
yeah, because I took the other one because I knew how to contact the person.
Yeah. So I would make as soon as we get back, I would make a stop by the bar where the board is, right? And ask.
You do see Keeper Greco. Is that clean, baby? Oh my God. Hi, clean, baby. Hello. Hi. Did you wait? Hi, cutie pie. You gonna go to bedtime? Yeah. Yeah, it's time. Super tired. Okay. Well, I love you. Have a good night. Bye. She's like, what the fuck is this? Who is this man?
All right.
Fuck is that saying?
Keeper
Yes,
Greco.
yes. Yeah. As you are cresting over the large bridge, you do see Keeper Greco chilling right out in the front, kind of tending to some of the trees and bushes out in the front area, and he flags you down. He says, "Boys, I was not expecting you."
Well, we came back. Have you heard word about Grouper?
We got a notice from his pin that something unfortunate happened, and we sent out some scouts. What
Well,
did you know?
He was captured and murdered by this man, as I point back of the wagon, who is the man who had a bounty out for him. So we're returning him. We just don't happen to know where to hand it in at.
Do you have the bounty slip?
Do not. Grouper had it, and it was not on his body when we found him.
And he kind of opens it up. He says, "Okay, that's." Opens up a notebook that he has. He says, "All right. Yeah, go see Tom. Leave the body out here," and he points over to the stable. He says, "We will. I will have one of my drones take a look at it. Constructs.
It's in like 2 days. Just be very careful with opening up that bag.
I do not smell."
Instantly.
But the
And
rest
then
of us do.
Edward's like hands a little sack to Cardin and a little sack to Lucy, because I don't want to bother with doing like the thing, so I just liquidated everything now. We each get 93 gold, 1 silver, and 1 copper,
Oh, there you go.
and I'm putting the extra shit to the side
So a couple of the
uh,
constructs walk over and they take the wrapped body from you and they bring them over into the bring them over to the stable and kind of lay it down, and then just kind of stand watch near it. As Greco just as goes, okay, yeah, park the wagon and go see Tom.
All right, we're off to see Tom.
All right.
All right. Well, you guys go see Tom and figure that stuff out. I have to go talk to Professor Ullman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Or I'm
we'll
gonna get
meet you. We'll meet you there then.
Alrighty.
As we're walking, I'm gonna write to Thacker if she was able to.
You guys are really good about this whole writing on that notebook while walking.
Right?
Yeah.
My handwriting is not nearly that legible.
To find out about turning in the quest that we already have.
The which one?
Cotton,
Wait,
you
the one I have
pause
to
for
turn into
5
the
seconds
Reaper.
to jot a quick note, and then you close the book and put it away. It's not how
Or
long.
you wait till we get to the place, because we're gonna have to waiting for your ass for like 10 minutes.
I don't know how long it's gonna be, and I walk off.
Okay, you guys do walk into. I mean, the campus grounds has a bunch of people walking around. It's obviously it's graduation day. People are just kind of floating around, talking to each other. Classes aren't in session. Things are very loosey goosey. So you just see a bunch of people just kind of treading around the campus. It's not packed, but there's just a lot more activity on the field than normal. But yeah, you guys can split, and because we're gonna meet with Edward second, we'll start with Lucy and Carden. You guys can make it to the tavern, and you open up, and you can kind of see. You see a couple of these shorter tabaxi kind of running around with trays of food and stuff like that as they're just kind of darting into the kitchen, and you hear a lot of like clashing and clamoring happening in the back as Tom looks over to his. Hello, boys.
Sit down at the bar, throw a silver into the pickle jar.
Are you going to try this again? Give it your
Every
best
day.
shot. And
Every day, my friend.
go ahead and roll a strength check. And what's your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is +4.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I had to. I was like, why is my strength
21.
You got it. And just you can't. It's something is stuck.
Can't doggies wait what you want. Please, 2 ales for my friend and I, and then can I also get a shot of meat?
He's made, and he goes back and takes out this large mayo container type jug, and he just pours out these. How many? He looks over at you. For the lizard.
Two for now, and then 1.
Pours you a couple, takes it back, and he's. I think we got baby back ribs on this one, and he slides these 2 glasses of what looks to be blood towards your general direction, but you've grown to understand what it is.
All right, before we leave, I want to give a shot at this jar too.
Okay. What's your strength modifier?
2.
Okay. Go ahead and roll strength.
Damn, so close. 9.
Yeah, no, unfortunately you're going at it and just a slight and your hand slips off.
Tom, well, we're here. I'm just sitting at the bar. We have a bounty to finish in for one of our friends who did not make it.
What do you mean who didn't make it?
Grouper was taunting this man known as Sticky Fingers, and
he takes a step back, and you can hear like some bottles jingling behind as he kind of clumsily stumbles into the the back of the bar.
I sort of gesture at the meat shot,
and he
so implying that one's for in his honor.
He goes and he pours a third, and he holds it in his hand. And he says, "Oh, damn! Every year there's always at least one. So sad. I told him to leave it alone, but he was determined to be a news person. I got a journalist, is what he called himself, but I didn't. The grouper," and he holds out.
I hold out my drink. Cheers him.
And the 3 of you clink and throw back some baby back rib mead.
McRib.
It's
Why
not.
is it sweet?
It tastes right. It's. I mean, as rough it was a flavor to get used to, this one has been the smoothest you've had in a while, and you don't chalk it off to the flavor as it is the meaning behind the shot. It just kind of went down pretty smooth. And so he takes the one that's kind of out there for Grouper, and he puts it up onto a top shelf behind him, and he leaves the half glass of meat mead kind of chilling behind him.
Anyway, we've avenged him, but now we have this guy's Sticky Fingers body, and we don't know where to hand in the bounty to close the loop on this. I was hoping you could help us out.
Well, I can. Where is the body now? And he's looking around you.
Keeper Greco has it in the stable because apparently parading a dead body during graduation day not kosher.
Smart, very smart. We can contact the poster of the whatever the bounty was. As for the price, first would go to any guilds or any groups that Greco was a part of. Grouper, yeah.
Greco did not help at all. Like, he's not involved.
No credit for Greco. Yeah. So the bounty would go to any of his kin. In respects.
Yep, absolutely. That's what we want.
But if anything doesn't come up, and if nobody claims it, you were pretty close to him as well. So we could always contact you. But first would be his guild, which I'm pretty sure he was a part of. Something, but if not, we will reach out to his kin.
Cool.
And he just kind of slumps back, and he says, "But thank you. We will handle everything from here." And he
appreciate you.
Yeah.
I sort of, as I'm sitting there, I look back to our corner tables and see if Thacker or
Thacker and Momo are not there. Thacker, the bar has several plates of food being laid out on the tables, but there aren't any students here yet.
Oh, in that case, I sit there and I brood for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time coming back from that.
Like, I guess,
it had to be done. That's the tradition. I don't feel good about it. I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Indeed, is your moral compass, Edward, to be there to make you feel great about it.
I mean, yeah.
What I don't get is Sticky Fingers, just some guy. Wasn't even that impressive in combat. The other guy, the one whose toes I annihilated, he was a better fighter than him. And this dude, like, brutally murdered Grouper for no reason and was talking to a goblin of blood. Like, there's got to be some sort of something we're not seeing, surely.
Well, if you remember that, the first goblet we got was from that guy in the sewer who was kidnapping and killing.
Yeah, but that seemed
people?
organized. This seemed like chaos, right? Like he was just they were
but
just
what
drinking in a.
It seems more like this guy has no idea what he's doing, and he's clearly just doing what he's being told to do. So what if he's linked to that guy? Not saying this guy's not a bad guy. He's just not an important bad guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm arriving at. But I feel like until we close that loop, it's going to be eating at me.
Yeah. But
you have the So you have the chalices. You have.
By the way, how are you? How's Samoanya feeling these days?
I'm gonna like sit dramatically and act like I'm like going into like my mind space and be like, he's chilling. Not really though. He's good though, right? He's like gotten better.
Yes. There's definitely some injuries still remaining, but you can tell that his health has gotten significantly brighter. He's not at full strength yet. I'd probably put him at like 75, maybe 80, but he's feeling much, much better.
All right, yeah. So yeah, pretty much he's taking it easy, relaxing. He's getting stronger though.
Cool. Not getting any urges to apocalypse the world, right?
Not the world, just the House of Lathander. Well, that's personal. It's got nothing to do with him.
That's fair.
But yeah.
And again, I don't want to dissuade you from your path of vengeance. You were very nice about mine not 2 days ago. So I'll have your back. However, do we know for sure this is the whole House of Lathander, or just like 12 priests in this one city? I don't know how centralized the faith is.
He did say he was gonna alert people, so I don't know who he alerted.
All right. Well, I'll follow your lead, but again, I just gotta walk back the whole.
Based off of the Chancellor's conversation with you, about the connection with House of Lathander on how they were in communication with them, you could definitely kind of grasp that whatever happened in Grapevine is spreading quickly amongst that church, because he explained to you that like they were already in conversations with the other houses, and they were trying to convince the chancellor to kind of hand you over. So you can definitely get a sense that most of the faith of House Lathander knows.
It's all of them. It's all of them. It's also easier just to assume it's all of them.
That's
But
true,
are
too.
we like kill on sight or?
Honestly, I don't know. I
This
think
is-
maybe we
this
might
is-
have to. Like,
That is a huge turning point in your future.
like, okay, think about it. You
because
can't, like,
I would rather us not be kill on sight is what I'm trying to say, because I don't know about
Yeah.
them. But
Yeah.
your dude was you were mind raped, and your dude was like impaled. So if
No, I
you
think-
turn Broly, which I've seen you do, I can't stop you from murdering them. You're too big. So I just want to level set on what expectations I need to have when we see some guy in a robe going "Happy Lathander's Day," and then you just fucking Hulk out and throw him out a window.
That's
Alright,
that's
so
also
I don't-
quite possible.
I'm not just gonna go and murder people, but I do think
I might just
get
go and
them.
murder people.
to leave me alone. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because I almost feel like if they keep pursuing this, they're just gonna pretty much force.
They were asking for it.
They will force him to become what they're afraid of.
Which is a world-ending Leviathan.
Yeah, like my whole goal for this whole thing.
They're
come
terrified
out,
of the resurrection of
learn
a...
about other. Like honestly, did I ever tell you guys why I'm even in school?
No,
Oh shit, I thought I did.
we
All
should probably wait till Edward gets here, because his color commentary will be
Are you
hilarious.
meeting Edward at the Artificer, or you're waiting
No,
for him
we're
here?
waiting for him here.
I thought you were doing the opposite. I'm sorry. Okay, that's why I started with you guys. My
Oh,
fault.
no, I 100% was like, all right.
I thought you were going in reverse. Never mind. So yeah, as you are sitting down having this in-depth conversation without the third guy, we're gonna shoot over to Edward.
Skip
As
forward, kick the door, and hope no one's fucking with explosives.
the familiar kick, open, smash, loud echo. Normally, in the beginning of your year, had the teacher jumping and screaming and freaking out. Now he just kind of slightly looks up as he's tinkering what looks to be like two finely tipped needles in his hands, as he's
And then
kind
just,
of
like,
almost
walks-
repairing a watch. And he even just like blindly reaches up and stops a glass from tipping over as he looks back up at you. Says, Edward, please come back in.
Right. They would like hop over, sit on one of the desks. So when we going on this archaeology diggy adventure thing?
He looks up at you and he's got one of those magnifying goggles on that have like 9 different fucking magnifying glasses all in front of them in smaller increments, and he looks up at you. Oh boy! And he flicks them all up. And he says, what was your question? I wasn't even listening.
Yeah, no, I get it. When are we going on that archaeological dig? What you have it?
You've had a pretty rough year, from what I've understood. I mean, are you sure you
What?
still want to accompany me?
What rough? Yeah, what are you talking about?
Your roommate, and then the
Oh
healer's
yeah,
hut.
Brayden died.
The healer's hut.
Oh yeah,
and then
Lucy was mind raped. Oh yeah.
a lot of things have happened to you.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
I'm more concerned now that maybe because you're forgetting things you shouldn't. Tobias. I think we should have your head examined.
That was part of the deal with the necklace, though. The smarty necklace.
Yes. It should have made you smarter. What happened?
Yeah, we made a deal, right? So I'm here to honor the deal. When are we going on an archaeological dig, bud? Come on. Also, I got 2 new guns. I pull out the 2 bronze pistols. Oh my god, it's awesome.
He looks recoiled at them. He's like, oh my god, those are so gross.
They're shiny. Yeah, it's
Oh.
unnecessary. I'm gonna take the bronze off, but that's not the point.
Oh, the crude design, but hey, whatever works. All right.
I mean, mine is taped together.
But it's yours. And he looks at you with this kind of almost scolding smolder.
Yeah, and I'm
he's like,
going to
you
take
work
these
very,
parts,
very
and I'm gonna
hard.
Make mine better.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Always practice, always grow. And he looks down at you. And he looks down and he starts fuddling with his watch, with what looks to be an upside down watch.
I
As you
watch
play
it
with the
for
gifts.
entirely too long, past the point where it would be awkward, and go, okay, so the archaeological dig.
Yes,
Where do we
right.
go?
Oh, shit. Sorry. Give me
Like I give it literally like I give it like 25 minutes. Like I wait.
we plan on heading out the 4th day after graduation. So what's and he looks at his calendar. He's, oh shit, that's in 4 days. Yes, 4 days, and we are taking a caravan, small caravan, out into the endless plains, to where we believe there is a caved oasis. That it sounds interesting to me, but it seems to have quite the design to it. So we're going to start a dig over there, and hopefully we will find something. We were planning on going to an older dig site where we already have a lot uncovered, but I think the knowledge of this new site will be fun to see.
Oh, yeah, that sounds awesome. All right, so caravan, endless plains, cave oasis, 4 days. Got all the details. Thanks.
Meet me at the
Thanks,
front gate of the
officer.
school.
Where are we going?
Meet at the front gate.
Front gate.
And yes, we
Front
will
gate,
take the
4 days.
wagons.
Well, yeah, all right, no problem. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna go drink.
All right. And he looks back down and he starts finishing his watch.
Yeah,
And
I don't ask what it is. I don't ask.
that
what
you
it's
don't
doing.
have to.
I
You don't have. You're
I
good.
don't do any of that. Just literally, I was here for information.
You
I
kick,
got it.
kick the door out, and you hear the clink, 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 clink of a glass about to tip, and then it just stops. You head out, and you can make it to the tavern, and you kind of walk in on Edward and Carden Lucy and Carden having a.
Didn't I ever tell you why she came to this school?
What? Wait, who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just got here.
Oh, perfect timing.
And you don't even as you like are walking by Tom, he already puts a glass of mead down on the
Hey,
bar.
Tom, how's it going?
Doesn't even, he kind of makes eye contact with you, and it's a caring, like warm gaze that he has that kind of just grabs you real
Aw,
quick
love
as you
you
just
too,
kind of
buddy.
you just kind of expressing a little bit of sympathy for you.
The thing is, though, like the death does not phase Edward whatsoever. So it's like,
And he's holding his almost empty mead up at
Yeah.
you in a cheersing manner.
cheers, sip. All right. So what are you talking about?
We were just discussing recent events, and
Yeah, a lot of shit happened.
I was really
Yeah.
asking whether or not Lucy was inclined to kill the priest of Lathander and Slider, just to make sure that we level set as a group what our attitude is.
Finger guns, go. That's all I remember. That's all that's important.
That is the important
Yeah.
part, yes. But to be clear, when I finger guns, we go. When Lucy finger guns, you look at me, and if I nod, then we go.
Well, you're just adding extra steps, Cotton. I feel like. All right.
It shouldn't be necessary, but Lucy, you must admit, it seems necessary now in hindsight.
That's
All right,
fantastic.
it's
Why
fair
we
enough.
won.
Fair enough. I mean,
We
it's
did
won.
win, but things got a little hairy there for a second.
Yeah, there were like way more of them than I thought there were.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to explode when I was trying to save that person.
Yes.
Like,
Oh yeah,
Uh.
that definitely happened. He exploded.
all right, but yeah. So you don't need to worry. Like, I'm not trying to go out and kill everybody, because that's how my people used to handle everything. I came here to see how other people
Sure.
handle situations, learn about them, react with them, so that way, when they make me the leader, I can transition us to that. But House of Lathander, they're like, I'm like right here to continuing my thing, or just be like, fuck it, like nah.
I do not see any problem with that whatsoever. You're
Great.
on the right path, Lucy.
But so we'll see what happens. We'll let them decide how we treat them.
All right, so this is one of those things like we see them, and if they approach us, then it's a problem,
Right.
and then we just wait for finger guns.
But we'll try to
And I look
talk it
at Connie.
out, and then yes.
Yep, that seems sensible to me, I think.
All right. So
like
we
I
got a
said,
plan.
you
Anyway,
guys were
in
really
4 days we're
respectful
going
of
to
my
a,
requesting, so.
Yeah, at that point it's like, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little rough. Like, I assumed maybe at least let him like rest up, but that's what you guys do. Like,
It's not what we do, it is what is demanded. So, generally
Oh.
speaking,
You should not fuck with dwarves,
yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's
right?
well,
And if you don't
I-
fuck with dwarves, for the most part, we treat you in kind.
You,
So,
Carden, you're wearing your sun necklace on the outside of your thing, right?
my mother's necklace?
Yeah,
No, that is under my shirt.
that's underneath. Okay.
All right, and
Oh.
4 days. In 4 days, we meet at the front gate and we head to the endless plains. There's a cave oasis with some like cool ruins.
yeah, I heard there might have been, so just
Oh.
full disclosure, I heard there's some mines in those ruins. My
Awesome.
interest is to go a little bit below the surface.
That sounds like fun. Yeah, I'm in. Also, here, Lucy, can you see in the dark?
No,
Here's some goggles. You can see in the dark with these.
they fit on my head.
Yes.
I'm an artificer. I
Yes.
can make
All
them
right.
fit.
Yes, they extend. They are like steampunky esque, like the style goggles that I have, steampunk goggles.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can like kind of strap them around, and they hug around to the sides of your face because I think your eyes are like, are your eyes normal? You've got like
Yeah,
normal
he's,
eyes, right? Yeah,
he's humanoid.
but yeah, with that lizard face. I'm like, where are your
Are
eyes?
your eyes normal?
They're like on the back of your head and shit. No, you're fine. Yeah.
Are these considered like goggles at night?
The goggles of night.
All right, so I can take that out of my inventory. Unfortunately, these
Cool.
fucking throwing darts aren't actually valuable. I don't even know what to do with them, but it's cool.
Yeah, those
so
are
I'm
gonna
gonna
keep
think-
pretty much always be on my head now.
I
Okay.
think Thacker might appreciate those throwing knives if you feel charitable, if they're not worth any money.
They're really not. Honestly, I
Yeah, but
thought
what
it
about
might
these
be more
two?
valuable, but it's just like it just keeps them so they're easy to grab and throw. They're just
Well-
regular darts. They're with like fucking 2 copper each.
Yep, like I said, I think Thacker and her rogue friends might
Well,
appreciate
what the fuck
them.
are
if you
they?
want.
Why aren't they here drinking with us?
Well,
Wait, is it graduation day?
It is graduation day. They're not graduating though, because they're, I think, one grade older than us, right?
Yeah.
No, that would be Edward. Like, wait, isn't it graduation day? Should we be somewhere? Hey, Tom, are we supposed to be somewhere?
No, we don't. We're not graduating, right?
I don't think we have any upperclassmen friends that we care about.
No, you just had the second years, which were Grouper, Thacker, and Momo.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, we can go if you really want to, but
No, I don't really give a shit. Sip. Just blunt. Just nope. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think today we kind of deserved the day. You know, like
Okay.
You mean decompress?
yeah.
Tom behind the bar, he leans over and he says, the rogues would be meeting in the classroom after what happened to Grouper has made the rounds. They would be gathered together at their classroom.
Did I ever get back
If you
did
wanted to
Daphne
drop the
ever-
darts off.
Yeah, but did Daphne ever get back to me regarding like the body and?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
still curious.
yeah. You flip through it and it's just a huge no with the question with a
No.
huge exclamation mark.
That's
And then
valuable information that I should know.
and then underneath
I know that.
underneath it's in like obviously in like regular handwriting, based off of the emergency of the situation. We have sent out a warforged carriage with a some of the the constructs on them to
And it's funnier,
retrieve.
it's like, oh yeah, no, don't worry about that. Didn't the Raven dude pick it up? And like I say, the Kenku dude, didn't he pick up the body? That's what.
Because you are on campus, it takes
Yeah.
little to no time, and you get back that's a negative. No.
Cotton. Buddy,
yes,
buddy.
Yes,
Didn't you
but-
say that the Kenku guy came and picked up Grouper's corpse?
it was a Kenku.
It was a Kenku. Okay, cause Daphne, who said that they dispatched someone to go pick up his corpse, says that they don't have it.
Daphne is not a member of the Rogues thing, though. And
That is true. However,
I
she's
remember when we randomly found Thacker with the bounty hunters that this guy hired in the woods, and they were all hush hush and weird about it.
Yeah, but
So
didn't you say that like they got? All right, so we're good.
all I'm
then.
saying is, I think we should talk to Thacker about this and then be concerned then. Before then, I don't think that the teachers necessarily speak to each other as well as they should.
Well, no, that's clear. There's no communication whatsoever in this entire fucking place. Speaking of which, didn't one of you talk to an alchemist a while ago? What was her name?
Oh, the druid lady with the mushroom.
Yeah.
I do not recall her name, but she was really nice.
Druidist. Oh, I have it written down.
I could take you
Chosak.
to her. She's in school if she's still here.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of really important alchemical components that I need to know about. It turns out. So
I think we should go
You would
to the
remember
rogues
her.
classroom real quick first.
yeah, I'll drop off the bandolier of throwing knives and be like, "Here,
Ask,
group,
ask about the Kenku guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
and if everything's cool, then we go to the alchemical lady, and then we need to figure out what to do with his blood in the sippy cup.
Oh yeah, we have to go to the warlock guy, right?
So
How that relate?
Edward, you were half correct. Her translated name is the Druidess. And
Druidess?
but
Trossach.
yes, Trossach.
Yeah.
Okay. All
The
right. So
Druidess. I actually took these notes. 'cause
I didn't hear the
I-
second part. I thought you only had the Druidess written down. So you guys are heading to the Rogue classroom, which is across
Yeah,
campus.
first things first. You know.
Taking it down, doing your thing. So it's a regular style classroom. It's got a couple of like the desks lined in a row. There's about 12 of them in 3 rows of 4, I guess. 4 rows of 3. I can do math. And up at the front, from left to right, are different targets that are hanging up on the walls, with obviously the floor being marked at different kind of lengths and everything like that. And you can see that sitting in a circle up at the front of the classroom with the larger Kenku teacher. They're all kind of sitting down in a circle with their heads down. No one's really speaking, and they're just a few
Well,
candles
Cottage
lit
keeps the door in.
inside the room. Yeah, that's what I figured.
So.
The entire
Hey,
class,
what's up, guys?
as you kick the door in and that loud smash hits, you see several gazes come up and then several daggers line your body. She goes
How's it hanging, folks?
as like
Yeah,
6
appropriate
daggers. And the
Look at all the daggers, like start pulling them out of the wall around me.
I am
Bring
so
them back to
sorry.
people.
It is who
I
he
bring
is as
them
a
back.
person.
I just bring them back to everyone. It's like, good job. Well
they
done.
all
Good
they
work.
all stand up and start like kind of walking off into separate areas of the classroom as the teacher is just standing at the front. He's got his head down. He is clasped in his normal brown and black straps, tight leather, with familiar blades around him, kind of hanging and dangling, and he's got his hood down. He's got that shiny beak, large feathered head, and he's just kind of staring over at you, broad-shouldered.
Seeing him now, does it look anything remotely to the guy who was in the church?
The hunch in the neck isn't there. So he's standing much taller in like definitely a more healthy erection, I guess. But yeah, his posture just seems to be on point. Same familiar build-ish, and obviously you could tell by the beak of the other one, but you couldn't really see any form. You didn't know.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
could have been like a stance.
Yeah,
Because I don't know road
yeah,
charts.
yeah. You could assume it was, yes. And he's looking over in your direction.
We're so sorry to interrupt in that manner, but I can't change Edward. It's who he is, and that is an asset to our team for now. We wanted to just check in with you guys about Grouper and see where we stand with the funeral rites. if at all.
You see Thacker kind of walk up next to the teacher as he's staring at you. He does not look happy. He's staring through you at Edward, and he's just locked onto him. Just his
Edward
eyes. The
just
body isn't
winked.
moving. Just the eyes
Yeah.
are floating.
Because he's not. They don't care.
Thacker walks up next to him. She goes, well, we were told of Grouper's unfortunate befall, and we immediately got together to try and find out what we could do to help the school. We've been here since the information has come out. We were waiting for Grouper's body to return so we can do proper.
You gotta be
proper
fucking
rest.
kidding me. You're not in the
Oh.
church, and I pointed at the teacher.
And he stops gazing at Edward and shoots down at you. And he just has this a little more of an inquisitive look on his face. And he goes, "No."
Oh, see,
a
you
slight
should have
no.
fucking spoke last time I saw you. A guy that looks just like you took fucking Grouper's body. I assume it was you. He's all dressed in shadows. God fucking damn it! And then you see pull out my hammer. I'm gonna go fuck somebody up.
He bends at the knees and rests his hands in like a squatting position to get further down into your kind of eyesight. And he says, "Doc Kenko," and he looks over at Thacker, and she kind of takes like a shy step back, and you can visually see she's upset, and she starts to walk past you and starts heading out the door as she puts her hood up and bandana
Dark
over her
Kenku?
mouth.
What is that, Thacker? You
Wait,
can't leave me like
as,
this, girl.
Our boy
Wait,
just
as
died. I
Thacker's
need
walking
some
out, I just-
closure.
yeah, I hold out the
An upset
bandolier
dwarf
with
is
like
not a
throwing
healthy
darts.
thing to have lose in this world.
I literally hold the bandolier with throwing darts out for Thacker as she's walking by. It's like, here, wait, don't leave without these.
Uh,
Yeah.
you can see that as you guys are, Thacker's like kind of expertly dodging you out of people's way to get outside. And as you guys are following behind her, I guess to kind of stop her and talk to her.
I'm gonna give her the
Uh,
No,
bandolier. I don't really...
I say that out loud. I'm not following her. I'm just
You're not
like,
following. You're staying
shouting
in.
after her.
Okay.
Well, I am only to be like, here, take these. They're good. Throwing knives, daggers, whatever they are, darts. I don't give a fuck. Here.
She just turns at you real quick as you kind of toss them at her. She snatches them out of the air, and as she's about to head out, the teacher pretty much blindly just tosses a dagger towards her, and it lands in the door frame where the others had hit upon Edwards walking in, and this one has a tag hanging off of the handle. She takes a quick glance at it, and you can hear a quick little like sniffle, like as she gets a little upset and storms out. And the teacher is just kind of standing there, and he looks down at you, and then he starts heading over to his desk.
Okay.
All right,
we
mission
need
accomplished.
some explanations because I'm getting very heated, and I'm usually the calm, funny guy having a good time. But right now, I'm feeling really dwarven, which is not good. Because last time that happened, I tortured a man for 20 minutes in a church.
That was perfectly fine. I don't understand. Yeah, like you were in the right. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not regretting. There's no regrets. I'm just saying we want to avoid more torture of people, especially Kenku folks that apparently I can't recognize. Because you all look the same.
We really need to re-examine our cultural biases.
Eric Carr
yeah.
flips
don't
through
have
his
faces.
personal notebook, and he flips to
That's
the
really
back.
funny.
He writes the same tag that was on the bounty sign, that Leet Speak, that was on the signed bounty. He writes that on his book, and starts writing a message. And he kind of covers up what he's doing, as it's, I don't think any of you can speak. Thieves can't, but the message quickly becomes just indecipherable, just because it doesn't really make any fucking sense.
All right, that's a really inane thing you're rambling on and writing there. It's probably important to you, but again, real quick, what the fuck happened to Grouper?
The Reaper, as he doesn't even
Never
make
heard of
eye
him.
contact with you. Someone has.
Yeah, but I haven't, and Cotton has.
We all
Look at him like,
have.
We
I'm
all
the only
have.
one that remembers.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What
Never have the
Reaper?
man's
Carden,
memories.
you would assume that what you saw in the church would now have that name.
Okay, well, the Reaper, their name is going in the book.
As he's looking down, he says, "No, don't go looking for them." As he finishes up a pretty good 2-paragraph
Are
note.
you saying that they're friends then? They took Grouper's buddy and that's like, okay?
If they took Grouper, he's fine. He will be
Oh,
taken
shit,
care
just
of.
slept with that, man. I almost just unleashed
It-
a whole bunch of negativity to this world that we don't need.
It's
Honestly,
it still
every
is
time-
concerning, but
So close.
They're-
I've been like on
they-
the edge for like months.
you won't find them unless they want you to. But Grouper should be fine. It just surprises me he was part of that. And
Is
apparently,
that why it's dagger
Out of
going to be
what?
okay? She looked really shook up when you. I mean, you did throw a dagger at her face, but we've done worse.
I mean, I do worse all
Threw a
the
dagger
time.
at us.
If they didn't hit me, they were all around. It's fine.
and none of us were shivering over that. What I'm asking is, like, if she's going to go see this Reaper person, do we need to back her up? Is she going to be all right?
she'll be fine.
Yeah, I think she'll
All
be
right,
fine.
yeah, well, fine. I
Right.
trust the professors generally have it totally on the ball. Like, so,
the
yeah.
last professor that told us to trust her had been killing kids for like 15 years.
All right, well, Mom
Unawares.
was...
Unaware.
Unawares.
Still unawares,
He-
but that does not mean these people are fallible. No disrespect, Professor.
None taken.
Some disrespect. Some, a little bit.
Alright. Well,
I'm correcting that.
We've
I
interrupted
mean
your class enough. I think that you have this handled. If you need any other help, Rupert was like family to me personally, so I'll do whatever we need to
All right.
set things right.
You're a lady.
He extends a feathered hand out, and he says,
High five.
"What is your name?"
I am Carden. Steelgrin of the Goldforge clan.
And he flips through his notebook and he writes your name down in one of the blank pages. And he says, Auden, thank you. I heard what you did to the scum that hurt Grouper.
Who told you?
I have ears everywhere.
All right, that's worrisome. Anyway,
And he looks back over at you and says, uncondoned, but appreciated. And he looks down and
Had to be done.
continues. And he looks down
Really
there. That's it. That's all. He just goes
And I
back
sort
to.
of, all right, let's go to the druid lady. Thank you guys.
Okay.
And by the way,
What's up?
so sorry about the door.
what door? I kick it as I walk out.
Let's open it. That door. Can you at least mend it as we exit?
It takes like 10 minutes. We got stuff to do.
Most of the hinges around the entire campus are just fucked. they have.
First
they
of all,
have-
I have to make sure that Keeper Greco is kept busy. I don't trust that automaton.
he had to create a few constructs just for hinge repair. But yeah,
Valuable skill.
valuable
Reminds me
skill.
of that time that I kicked that glass door and Pat's like, "Ow, no!"
Oh my god, it was perfect. It was the
Kick him,
absolute
you keep it floor
perfect.
breaker. Yeah.
Yes, it was absolutely
So-
perfect. So okay, he
We didn't
does.
model this character after that, but happy coincidences.
Yeah, all roads lead to that.
All right, Druidess
uh,
lady.
Okay, so
I need to learn about
you-
alchemy.
Jesus Christmas, none of that made any sense. Jesus Christmas. Yeah,
I've
there
already
we
been
go.
reading this book. It's just a beginner's book though, and I'm fucking struggling. So clearly, I'm gonna be awesome at this.
Da 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 da. I'm loving it. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait for it. Hold on, hold on. Wait for it. Okay. Yeah. So the
Oh.
teacher does let you know. He says, they. Jeez, I can't even remember her name. I almost just called her
Chosach.
Yeah, Chosach. Is it Kashasa? Chosach has left the school grounds, but will be attending the archaeological dig in a couple of days.
Oh, that's cool. All right,
Um,
so I'm just gonna go poke around the hut then. It'll be fine. I walk out. Boom! Kick the door. Keep moving.
Go poke around the alchemist hut.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay. All right.
I have
gotta
a beginner's
follow.
book on alchemy.
Yeah, okay. You can go ahead.
Just
You
make
got
your promise you won't touch anything that looks like a vine, because there's poison oaks and sages and other things.
I cannot promise that.
that's what I was
Okay.
thinking.
Do you think you should go see the warlock teacher too for the?
Oh, right, the
chalices?
chalice. Shit. All right, yeah. Well, I mean, Druidess lady's not there, so I guess there's no real fucking reason to go. God damn it. Whatever. Fine. Let's just go do the responsible thing.
Yeah, we got cups of blood.
We have a cup of blood.
We've got 2 cups and 1 cup of blood.
Yes, we have a
Yes.
cup of blood. It's the go cup.
Okay, so which one do you go to first?
Go to the warlock one, I think.
The warlock, because
Yeah.
he's here.
Okay.
Or at
Yeah,
least we don't know that he's not here.
Yeah.
that's true. You actually, again, you walk in and he almost has like a church, just a tiny,
Yep.
obviously classroom size church
Boom.
set up, and he's up with his
Gracias.
back to you. As soon as you kick it in, he jumps almost like a foot and a half in the air.
Professor Simmons,
Oh,
how you doing?
Oh, God. And he's
You
holding on.
really
to
have
his,
to get used to me.
Jesus. And he quickly looks over his shoulder, goes, "No!" And he kind of takes a couple shuffle steps over. He's like, "Oh, yes. What can I help you boys with?"
Remember that chalice I brought in a while ago?
Oh, yes, the
Well, I
the
pulled out
communication
second
channels.
one,
Oh my goodness. And
and it had this in it. And I pulled out the cleric cup full of blood.
Our cup is ours. The blood was in
Yeah,
the
but-
chalice.
I
I
mean,
assume
you
that
can
was
keep it
clear,
up.
but we need to clarify.
he
No, I don't want the.
puts
I don't
his
want the
cane
cup back.
down on top of. You
No,
know
I've
what?
already
You
got
know,
that one.
yeah. You don't want the cup back?
No, that's
No,
fine. We have
okay.
plenty of clerics.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
you have a druid one, then we'll take that.
Yeah, we'll trade you.
No, oh, no. God, no. You have to. Do I have the druid one? Do you have a druid one?
No.
Maybe.
Then I
No,
guess we
we
can't do business here. Then I guess.
Damn it. No.
Anyway, enough with the cups.
Oh, sorry.
have- yeah,
And he takes the. Are you handing both chalices over to him, or just the one? Or
I handed the second one and the cup of blood. Like,
the
"Do you need
second one
first
and the cup
too?"
of blood. So he takes the cup, opens the to-go cup, and just kind of smells a little bit. Takes a monocle out from his pocket and kind of layers it into his eye, and he's staring down, looking at it. He whispers something, and I'm pretty sure Edward, you can understand. He's having a conversation with.
Is it abyssal or infernal?
It's infernal.
Yep.
Yeah. He's having a conversation, and you can hear like almost like an undertone whisper under his voice as he's talking, that there's a secondary conversation happening, that obviously the same language just underneath it. Almost sounds like someone's answering back in whispers. And he looks back down and he dips his finger in it, and he just kind of stares at it, looks up, and it's kind of like running slightly down his finger, and then he pops it in his mouth.
Yum! All right.
I'm only saying
Vanilla. he's like,
If you get vanilla out of that blood, that person was diabetic.
and as he pulls his finger out, he closes his eyes and he whispers a incantation, and he kind of looks at you guys. He goes, "Okay, this is gross."
Well, yeah, you just put like.
Well,
blood
yeah,
in your mouth.
the fucking.
And it's
Hey,
old
old
blood,
blood.
man.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
blood is coagulated. It's been in that cup for at least 3 days.
That's goblin blood.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's sad.
Wait, you
I know
can
where the
tell
blood
by
came from.
flicking it?
I mean, it makes sense.
I'm
He
trying to think. Can I tell what blood is blood? Like,
you
the difference is?
you've never tried, but you would understand, like, I guess after you've had a significant amount of different types of people, you could probably discern what is what based off of diet and living situations
Alright.
and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Northern mountains. A hint of swamp goblin.
Is that halfling ideas?
I know. Oh my. No. Did not see
Wait,
that coming.
wait, hill gnome, nice. A little earthy. Yeah, so he kind of he kind of looks down. He goes, yes, that's unfortunately that's goblin blood. Fresh blood is used in any trans-dimensional conversations, or the taps. If you want to reach something of a different plane, you would use sacrificed blood.
Is there any way to praise the coal, so to speak, with the blood still here, or is this another bit of a dead end coincidence?
He's staring up, back over his shoulder. I know, but we shouldn't. No, I don't think. And he looks back over at you. He says, "Yes, yes, I can. It's once a call has been made, with that blood, it is almost embedded inside of the liquid. I can make a call and see where it goes. If someone answers, I can try and break down what plane it is, but I don't know how much further than that I can go."
Seems too much of a coincidence that these creepy guys in the sewer are dumping hookers, and this creepy guy who murdered one of my friends had these chalices. I feel like we should take a gander and figure it out. Although, full disclosure, I do not want to be taking any trips to the abyssal or infernal planes right this second.
Not so bad.
Have you been?
I have not, but I feel like we had a hard time with people with guns. Demons might be a level up.
I mean, honestly, demons are a problem, but devils are pretty reasonable. Just saying.
If you follow the contracts.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the point. You just make sure the contracts don't fuck you.
We
They
need
all
a
fuck you.
lawyer.
You have to
Yes.
assume they do. You just assume that they are trying to screw you, and it makes it way easier.
I believe that.
Although, in all honesty, half of them are too weak to come here on their own, so they just appreciate the loophole and the ability to get here and sow panic and chaos. I mean, that I would know. That I don't know. I can't confirm that. That is racist propaganda.
All right,
Alright,
so
safe to assume that Edward's patron might be a devil then.
Nope. But yeah, you can assume whatever you like. Yeah, totally. That's why it's all shadowy.
He just asks. He says, if we make the call, whoever picks up will also know where we are. If they have a tighter
Well, I mean,
grasp
we're at
on how
Brightbrine
this was
University. What
made,
the fuck are they gonna do? There's a lot of adventurers here. This is the best place for them to know we're at.
that is true. We have some pretty solid defenses. Not saying no one's ever tried to attack us, but we've always had pretty solid defenses. So
and I mean on the outside, we pretty much let everyone know where we're from anyway. So
I wear this pin everywhere, literally.
If you're concerned, one thing we could do is go see if our whole friend Volo's around, because his tent is technically not in this dimension, right? I don't know how magic works, but he's explained that it's like a in-between
Well,
place.
It's a spatial place, yeah. But then, I kind of like Volo, and we don't need to bring any demons in Volo's business.
hey, don't you guys have like a space like that here?
I mean, there should be. You're a warlock. I honestly, half the rituals I'm aware of definitely require a space. Just saying.
go lock the door. As he
Alright,
as he
I
just
turn around
kind
and
of
go lock the
drops
door.
his head. He drops his head. And
I skip over to the door and lock it. Like, oh, we're gonna learn some shit today, boys.
to your right, there is a bar. Cross the door with it.
Yeah, all right. Click.
And you slide this bar down, and passive perception, now that you're looking around, as you drop this bar in place, it lines up with a chair rail that lines, which is an architecture thing, that goes halfway up the wall, and it completes this circle of a chair rail. It's like a wooden border that goes around this entire room,
Oh, neat.
about waist height. And as you do, these runes and symbols start to glow from the bar you just planted, and then they all encircle the room. And once they are all connected, almost like a wave effect, it just kind of rotates around. The runes are just kind of glowing and then dimming, and then almost like a rotating wave effect. And it's this dark blue tone. And so he looks up at you and he says, "That will do some protection. It'll dampen the noise, and it'll hopefully protect us from any kind of damage. Try to
All right.
try
Can't
to
be
end.
worse than the cleric hut.
Yeah, I mean, I went
That's-
somewhere to heal and exploded and had to
That's
fight a
true.
ghost.
That's true. You guys have had an interesting couple of weeks.
Days.
Um,
Yeah.
days.
Crazy.
He puts the chalice down in the middle of the altar. He pours the blood into it and then
Hey,
goes to hand you
Edward,
back.
do we need to chant something?
Chant? No, not if you don't want to. I mean, if it makes you feel comfortable.
Okay.
Do you need the second one?
No,
He's green. He's
if they were using
the spleen. He's Lucy man. Lucy
if,
man.
if they were using freshly sacrificed blood, this was an interdimensional call. Having a second chalice wouldn't do anything. Was there a body fresh near this chalice as well?
Yep, our boy Grouper had been brutally pummeled and
And near the first
Murdered.
chalice?
Yeah, there was
Yes.
a dead shriveled child, I think it was.
Yeah, I was a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was bad.
Somebody is communicating with
We're around a
the-
lot of dead kids, guys.
one
Like,
of the
that's
other
not a good look.
planes. Which is not good. Okay. Let's do this. And he leans down, he grabs his staff, he pours the blood into it. He goes to hand you the cup with bloody residue in it.
take it.
Okay. he takes his staff and he starts chanting something in abyssal, infernal, that's it. And he's getting a little louder, and then you can perceptibly hear a second voice underneath, a darker whispered underneath him as he's giving out these guttural. And then
And it's
the
one of those, I'd like to place a call.
yeah.
Taco Bell.
10,
You are getting a collect call from. And then you
This is
hear
from the warranty control program for your vehicle.
his hair starts to. He's got a ponytail pulled back. His hair starts to flutter up. His waistcoat starts to start flapping. And
Dramatic.
the bubbles in the blood in the chalice starts to bubble. And you can
That's gonna
start
smell
seeing
terrible.
as no steam, just bubbles. and he calls out to a few things, and then the bubbles start to slow, and then they stop, and then there is a slight tendril that kind of raises up and then drops into the cup, causing slight ripples, and then the ripples come back, and you can see that same tendril pop up about 1.5 inches out of the chalice and then drop in, causing a little more ripples in the cup as it just keeps going up and down. The teacher, his eyes are in the back of his head. It's just white, and he's staring down into the chalice, and he's just kind of like, someone answered.
Awesome.
And he's
Name?
sitting there. He's sitting there. He
Age,
goes,
sex, location.
Hey, yo, bitch.
He looked.
Say it to the chalice.
and yeah, well, he was about to
Local
say-
single mothers in your area are looking to hook up.
You get a very confused response as they're sitting there going, "Who's there? Who has
Sticky
called me?
Fingers.
Oh, Sticky Fingers. This is not Sticky Fingers.
Well, it's the man who kills Sticky Fingers.
And I helped.
What is this? Are these
We just wanted-
children?
We just wanted to see if you
I mean,
needed
legally, I'm an
anything.
adult.
You're the ones who have been getting in my way.
No,
Aw.
you'd be getting in our way. And
Yeah.
I'd appreciate it if you would knock that off.
Seriously, it's very inconvenient. I'm trying to do school here.
I know where you are now.
Yeah,
Do you really?
bring it.
Look at the warlock. Does he know where we are?
he said he looks up at you with white eyes, and
We don't have to. I apologize.
he's
I didn't wanna
nodding
get off the wrong
profusely.
foot. Hey, yo, bitch is just how I say hi to people. You clearly have things going on.
Lucy,
we don't
you
want
can
things to spill
see
over.
the teacher's hand is making like a writing motion off to the side of the chalice as he's trying to like write something down. He has nothing in his hand, but he's kind of like tapping the altar and making a writing motion.
All right, so like,
But clearly, we are better than the goons that you've hired. So why don't we just have a chat?
Yeah, for real.
Sticky Fingers.
And the guys in the sewage.
Oh, yeah, we
Sticky
could do that guy.
Fingers was a bit. Hey,
What kind of bet?
That
What?
one.
Apparently, I would have taken that bet and won.
my sister. She didn't think he would actually take the town and be useful. I bet the latter.
Well, you were wrong.
So I was. But now I have all I need to know about you.
Uh-huh.
You're at Brightbrine University.
Sure are. But you would have told you that.
Who
What's
else
her
is
name?
there? What is your name?
My name's Edward. What's your name?
Edward.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
Yeah, it's great. It's an awesome name.
What is your family name?
I can't remember right now because you're an idiot if you think I'm going to tell you that.
And,
Come on, man. Like, I deal with demons. Like,
So
I'm
really-
doing nothing. Like, this is, come on.
Listen,
like-
Edward's clearly not impressed by you. Again,
No.
we don't have to have a big hurrah. We just want to see where are the lines. What you say we're getting in your way. Your goons just happen to be in the line in the kill sign. So
Yeah, really,
you know,
honestly.
if you want us to avoid doing that, just let us know what the deal is, and we'll leave you alone.
do you know why pawns are so useful?
Because they can
Because
become
we turn into
queens.
queens?
One second, I'm going to get you a dress.
This is clearly going nowhere. Damn it.
What's your?
They're
your deal?
disposable. That's it.
They are most certainly not. You have never played chess, my man.
Yeah, you've
If you
never
lose
played
all your
chess.
pawns, you're gonna get overran.
Yeah, you're going to lose. That's bad. You don't want to do that.
What happens when you have an infinite number of pawns?
I don't think you're very good at analogies.
Yeah, you're really bad at
You've never played chess.
I'm not following. Like, my character's intelligence isn't good enough to follow. Like, I'm genuinely like, I'm really not putting together what you're
I
picking
sort of
up.
look
I'm
at the
not-
professor to see if he's done his tracing thing. It's like, are you ready?
He keeps tapping the roll an
Must be
insight.
favorite.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
What I was
My
gonna ask
character-
you because I don't know what he's trying to do.
He's waiting for someone to hand him something to write with.
13.
13. Oh,
Three.
3. Sorry, 3.
A 3 and a 13? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The 13 you can absolutely yeah. He's trying to fucking get somebody
I'm
to
just
put
like,
I put a little tablet on the chalk with it in his hands. I go, I have a bet for you. You like bets, right?
He quickly writes the word astral on the chalk on the board.
Ah, all right.
Not expected. You like bets, you said?
Yeah, I could be persuaded. What did you have in mind?
Wager. Hell yeah.
Well,
Bet you I play fiddle better than you do.
My a fiddle of platinum.
best song in the world.
That's
Bring it on,
legally
Beatles
all I
Boss.
can do.
So you see, our friends here have two employers or benefactors who are probably way more powerful than you are. I know for a fact one of them is.
Wait,
God.
wait. Yeah, wait. Like frightening. I'm actually a little bit
Wow.
concerned.
My power is not measured in strength. I have
Neither.
numbers.
Well, that's whatever. World-ending type of strength. Like, doesn't matter how many numbers you have, this dude will eat the world.
Oh, I'll show
Oh,
you
you're
my
talking about
strength.
me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. He's talking to you and about you. No one else.
Your world-ending strength does not sound very confident. Ah, he
Isn't that mine?
sounds terrified even.
Yeah.
I'm coming. And I'm coming for you.
Why?
For everyone.
Nice.
Why?
Let me
I
know,
will
make it
greet
easier.
you with
I won't have to
open
find
arms.
you.
We are taking it back. And he
What's it?
The
Stop being
slight
cryptic.
the bubbles start to chalice. It's
The chalice starts to bubble.
That. What did I say? The bubbles start to chalice? Ah! There we are. There it is. That's the sign. There's your sign. The chalice starts to bubble slightly, and you can see that smooth rippling start to get a little more chaotic.
Oh my god, are you coming here now? Bring it. I pull
Oh,
out my
no.
gun.
I'm going to continue my plan because it's going swimmingly. But
I mean, well,
I am
Frank,
going
you're in
to
the-
keep the three of you in the back of my mind.
There's like 4 of. Can you not see who's in here?
I know exactly who's making the call.
Well, then you said 3. That's incorrect.
That would be
There's at least 5 of us.
you
wait.
and
One,
your
two, three.
friend
There's at least 5
and
of
your world-ending strength.
Yeah, you got Edward, Eddie, and Edward.
Well, it's just Ed, and there's one with 3 Ds.
Thank God you are funny. It'll make killing you so much sweeter.
But don't you want to hear the bet?
I am intrigued.
Okay. My daddy can beat up your daddy. So
Oh man, I thought you were gonna challenge him to a pickle eating contest. You should see the way this man houses a pickle. Oh, he handles a pickle. Like, you have no idea. What's your name again? How do I remember what I'm gonna call when I'm?
Oh my God! Hold on, stop. I think I've proved that's amazing. My daddy, your daddy. Oh shit! Okay,
that on a
I'm
shirt.
sorry. That is so good. I think it is. Oh, holy shit. Okay, where is shit? That was funny. What'd you ask, Edward? What was the question?
Your name? What's your name? Come on, bud.
Oh.
What do I call you?
This is-
Skip? Bob?
this is- oh,
Seems
no,
like a
no.
Bob.
I
Billy Bob.
believe you can just consider us the masquerade.
The Masquerade.
Ooh.
Well,
We
I'm
will
writing
always
your
be
name down.
around. And
so here's the bet.
may I ask your name? Your group
told you.
title, if you will.
Oh,
The Eddies.
Did the deities?
The
Eddies.
Eddies.
Yeah, there's Eds.
The Eddies.
We're all named
Eds.
Edward.
Yeah, all of us.
You're all. Oh goodness.
It's
Very
a high
confusing.
peak coincidence.
And I thought we were playing on uneven ground.
You're talking from a cup.
You treat me like a. You called me.
We did call you. That's true. That's fair.
I'm in a bathtub right now.
Well,
Ah. Alright.
self-care is important. Yeah, gotta give the man, come on.
I
So you're
thought
saying if we just keep this cup with us, you'll be able to find us, so to make it easier to fight you?
I'm saying the longer we stay on this call, the easier it is for me to continually locate you, whether you have the cup or not.
I mean, we're
Awesome.
here.
Huh?
Exactly.
Huh?
Oh,
Where
Alright,
is
so,
the
I
So,
mean,
baby?
I guess-
so our bet is that we can kill 100 of your minions before you can kill one of us.
not including the grouper.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, that
Well,
was-
well, then technically I win.
well, from now on, you
Nah,
can't
he-
retroactively bet it.
Yeah, he wasn't part of BUPD. He was just a friend.
Game?
I am going to make your lives difficult.
So he's chickening out.
Well,
100 to
how are you going to kill my demons if I do not send them at you?
Well, that's on you then.
Well,
Well, I
then
mean, I'm
you lose
just
because
gonna-
you
I-
haven't killed one of ours.
yeah, we still win. Like,
So?
that's, do you not know how wages work?
I will then continue to.
You made a wager with your sister.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
do you have her number? Maybe we can talk
what-
to her. She's
what
clearly
is,
intelligent
She's more
and friendly.
competent.
what do
Yeah,
I get if I
Smarter
win?
one.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I've made contracts before. Great contracts.
Hmm. And what do you get if you win?
You leave us
Oh,
the fuck alone.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. Jesus, you don't fucking listen. I'm calling you boss from now on.
If we kill 100 of you guys before you beat us, we win. You go home. Take
Leave
your
us
phone,
alone. Yeah,
stay there.
Jesus. Or keep wasting resources or whatever.
At that point, it would be pretty self-explanatory that you lost. But you know, I feel like that's a
Well-
good ending.
I will. I'll take that bet. I will leave
Alright.
you alone, but addendum. I will be continuing my plans, and if you get in the way and then you happen to get attacked via being in the way of my plans, that's on you. But I will actively stop pursuing you.
All right.
But that
Is
wait,
it,
I'm
is it a
confused.
deal?
Did we win? We won. We won. Go us.
Yeah.
We're the best at wagers.
We
Holy
will
shit.
solidify this deal by dropping a drop of blood in the chalice.
Cool,
one
cool,
second.
cool. I pee in the cup with the blood.
Oh,
As you step up onto the altar and whip it
I
out.
pee in the. I'm not gonna put my penis over the cup in the altar. I'm peeing in the to-go cup that I'm holding, and then I'm gonna pour some of my urine into the
That's amazing.
into the cup.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I was gonna use ink, but all right.
This is more disrespectful. This is
As soon as Cardin, I'm assuming is the first one to do it, does it, and you pour the urine into the chalice. As soon as the urine hits the chalice, you hear "Ouch, ah!" and then the blood just settles and it just stops, and there's no more connection. And you see
well,
like
that was
the
almost traumatic.
warlock teacher kind of pops back and goes, "Oh God!" as he's holding his head, and you can see his pupils roll back down to
You
a
should have
normal
really not
dot.
let us do that unsupervised.
Did he
Oh
hang up already?
God!
He was
And-
doing that. All right. So why'd you write down astral?
he's
From the
he's
afterlife?
kneeling down on one knee with one arm up on the altar and the other one down on the floor.
Because that kid
Ah.
that was stolen and eaten by whatever came out of the bag also had to do with the astral plane.
Yep.
Oh
it's all
God!
connected.
And he
Relax,
stands.
Cassie. It's Jesus. You've never dealt with.
I'm
no
good,
one
thanks.
before?
I'm good, by the way. Keep
There you
talking
go.
about your stupid fucking thing now.
You're clearly fine.
He's holding his head and he just looks
Uh-huh.
back and goes, you could ease some of this pain. That'd be nice. And
Could we ease some of the pain?
and
I mean,
he looks back over to
Do
you guys.
not say that to. He might shoot you, man. You gotta be careful with the way you
I
phrase these
I wasn't,
things.
I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't
Oh,
talking.
okay. To your imaginary friend. Got it.
All right, so I'm just curious.
they're
Did
not
we
imaginary.
solidify
Colin.
that deal?
Never, ever, never make that mistake. They are very real.
Okay, I'm
Cardin,
sorry, I hurt your feelings.
as you say that,
might
what looks to have fallen out of your beard, if you would, a copper piece kind of flings down and just clink 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 drops onto the floor.
Oh, penny for your thoughts.
Odd. I don't know what that means.
There's just a copper piece at your feet that looked like it fell out of your beard.
No, yeah, I'm telling that to the teacher. Like, I don't know what that means.
He looks over at it. He looks back up at his shoulder. You're real. He knows you're real. And he looks
don't
back
know
up.
that
He
you're
says,
real.
Don't touch that.
I mean, I know that guy, the Lucy's guy, is real because I've seen him. I know that Edward's guy is real because he's pretty fucking cool. Your guy, doubts.
As you are speaking, perched on the guy's shoulder, these red clawed feet appear that crawl up into this very like almost leathery skin, long thin red tail that comes to a spike that leads to a slender body no bigger than the size of like a house cat, chilling with
Is it an imp?
It
Oh
is.
my god!
tiny
Oh, look at her cute little shit. Look at your little
tiny
fucking-
red wings with black veins running through them, kind of tucked in to its back, and he's perched on the shoulder with these tiny red claws, kind of fiddling with each other as it's looking around very sporadically. Buggy eyes leading to a toothy snout, and very long tucked
Of
back
my
ears.
assorted vegetables, I'm gonna pull out an onion and be like, "Who wants an onion? Who wants an onion?"
And he's kind of looking all around, and he smells you real quick, and visually comes near you and snatches the onion out and starts going ham on it.
Devils love me.
That's not your guy, is it? That
No,
guy's
no,
just
no,
an imp.
This is an imp. Yeah, my guy's not an imp.
No, I'm asking the professor because, like, is that I said that I don't think his guy's real, and he summoned an imp, which just sort of proves my point that probably his guy is not a big deal.
No, but warlocks pact with greater entities who can choose to manifest in certain objects or creatures or things to represent itself in some manner, and mine choose to annoy the shit out of me as an imp, and you slaps the shit out of him. Smacks him on his cheek. It's like, what you do? You fucking do. And he
That's
leans
hilarious,
back
you
over.
guys.
He says, "Oh yeah, it's great, fucking hilarious."
It is, dude. That guy, like, literally demon god, right? That guy, a lizard god, whom I end the world. You have an imp. And you're the teacher. It's like, I'm just saying. You should have shopped around before you give your voice to this first guy that came across.
The imp's wings pop out real quick, and it flutters over to your face, and he flies down to like your eye level with his eyes, and he reaches out his hands and he grabs the side of your beard and kind of puts his head to your head.
Headbutt him with my helmet as hard as I can.
Okay.
He touches my beard, it's just wham.
Roll a.
That's a bad touch. Bad imp.
Roll a wisdom saving throw as you.
Wisdom saving throw.
You don't touch dwarven
That's
beard.
a 3.
So he
That's
as
like
he
fondling their genitals. It's not
as
okay.
yeah as he grabs
Ouch.
your beard, just kind of like the side mutton chops, and goes to pull your head in. You do that wind up to go in, but you're locking eyes with him as you're doing this because you're getting pissed off. You're like, "Don't fucking touch my fucking beard." And as you're getting closer, his eyes are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and from inside this creature's now encapsulating. There's a word there I'm trying to use. Pretty much is all you can see. You can just see this silhouette of a large, gigantic winged shadow with these beet red eyes that have these flickering of flames kind of pouring out of the eye sockets as it's in the horizon of this just desolate wasteland. And he's just sitting there with these massive flapping wings, huge bulbous arms crossing each other in the sky. And he leans down and just gives out this roaring laughter. You connect with the headbutt as the image leaves your mind. You headbutt the creature, and the imp vanishes in a puff of blackish red smoke. And the teacher looks down and goes, "Oh, thanks. You saved me 10 minutes of sanity." And he looks back over. He says, "You okay?"
Yeah, like, again, I've seen illusions before. I'm not really convinced. By the way, I'm fucking with you. Of course your guy is real. You just summoned a portal to the astral plane. I'm just fucking edging you on. You fell for it.
I don't control his actions. At this point, if a student can
but real
kill him,
talk,
we give him extra credit.
Whatever this guy was that we did talk to in the cup, did seem to know where we were, number one.
Yeah.
Likely is going to be very upset about whatever this is. And I don't know if he bought the whole "we're all named Edward" thing. Likely not.
Probably not. It didn't sound like he
Obviously
did.
not.
I didn't
Clearly not.
feel any duping happening during that call.
I wasn't even trying to lie.
No, he does know our general location, but he does not know personally who you all are. I don't think there's DNA in urine. I'm not a doctor, but I think you should be fine.
Oh,
Also
this
mixed
you
with
can
goblin
definitely
blood.
divine someone's location from urine. I mean, I wouldn't know that.
Two things. It's mixed with goblin blood, and also I've been not having the best diet the past 3 days. Mostly been surviving off ale and mead. So I'm sure that is pure concentrated nightmare fuel.
He says, let's just hope he's not smart enough to utilize it, but you should be fine. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, I
They
mean,
find you when you're
technically,
outside
how
the
many of
protection
his-
of this. Huh?
I mean, if it did go through, I specified not to include the ones that we previously killed. But you just said if we kill 100 of your pawns. We've already killed the ones in the sewer and the fucking bandits.
Well, unfortunately, the ones in the sewer got away. It's been
No, we killed
bothering
some
me ever
things
since
in the
they
Also,
sewer.
appeared. No,
we
he turned to
didn't-
like goop.
We didn't make them mad because he asked for blood, and I pissed on him.
I know.
So,
Yeah, that was probably
it's
not
kind of
the best way to
not-
go
yeah.
about that, Cotton, but very funny.
I'm not
Very
gonna
funny.
do a blood pact with a demon.
I mean,
No
why not?
offense. That's not my thing. That's their
talking,
thing.
talking to two people who literally did blood pacts.
That is
Have
not my
existing
thing.
like packs.
My thing is family intrigue and royal mischief, not the extraplanar stuff.
Oh, okay. Wait, so if Lucy becomes God King, and you elevate in your thing, I feel like we got this on lockdown. Be a Bath and Beyond is gonna take off, man. It's
Yes,
gonna
I
be
think
great.
so.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Cassius,
Yes.
how you doing, buddy? You had some backlash there.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and take a rest. If there's anything else I can do for you, don't ask me until you come back from the expedition. And he
cool.
takes a seat.
And
basically
I put
pick up the chalice.
the urine blood cup down
Yeah.
on the ground.
And there's still blood in the chalice, so I look at the urine blood cup and I look at the chalice and I'm like, it's kind of gotta happen because I don't know where else to put the blood, and I'm not drinking it. Lucy, you want to drink goblin blood? I don't know if you drink it out of the demonic chalice.
Not with pee in it. I'm kidding.
And
You know what,
Not
that's
drinking
fair.
Rupert's blood regardless.
Yeah.
Sir.
Well,
no.
there's no better way to honor a friend than drinking his blood.
That
can
is
think of many other
extremely
ways.
untrue.
Is it untrue? I don't
Yes.
know, man. I feel like that's like a
Yes,
really,
we
really,
are
really
You can build a
saying-
statue. You can write a sonnet. You can just not drink his blood. All of those things are better than drinking his blood.
I don't know how to write a sonnet.
You could learn how to write a sonnet.
I
sure
am
they have
learning
electives.
so many other more important things than sonnets, and I am
I don't know, but
struggling.
I'm sure there's a bard school class
There
curriculum
is
around here
no
somewhere.
doubt bard trainers here. You know,
I've
you
not
cannot-
seen a single one since we got here all year. So
No, they're annoying as fuck. What are you talking about? They're everywhere.
You do know of a campus theater, but you guys have never.
I've never heard a bard practicing.
You've never heard that? All right, so you're not traveling to the tavern as often as I am. There's a troop of those motherfuckers that
Yeah,
are
but those
always
are
singing.
hired entertainers. I didn't think they were students.
No, they're definitely students.
Oh,
Yeah.
that explains a lot. I really thought human music was just that trash.
Yes, no, they're terrible. I hate them. They all sing the same 4 songs over and over again. I hate them.
Yeah, the one that says, "What is it? There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold." Is really cliche.
Yeah, and then there's the fucking song about being weird and creepy. It's overplayed. Seriously. Get new material.
You
Alright,
guys,
well-
the Cassius is just looking at you guys. Please
We're
leave.
heading out at this point.
Please
right?
fucking
we're,
leave.
like, walking
Please
out.
get out.
Yeah. I lift the door latch thing to disable the runic ritual thing and then kick the door open because
Okay. Classic. You put it back on the side, kick the door open. You just hear him holding his head, and you guys walk out. You are open to wherever you would like to go, or we can do a fast forward. It's up to you what you guys would like
Well,
to
I'm
do.
gonna
I don't think we
still-
have anything else.
Yeah, we don't have
Sorry,
anything else to do, but I am gonna go by the healer's hut and see if there's like a note on the door, if there's any other information I can get.
As you are heading towards the healer's hut, you notice that
not
there
alchemist, sorry.
the alchemist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have told him that the assistant might be there, and she's also cool.
at
Alright.
the healer's hut.
Mm-mm.
No, the alchemist.
Remember the alchemist? There's like some girl that helps.
Oh, yeah.
She's like a mushroom or something?
Yes.
I
Her-
don't know that though. You just said the assistant, not been
Yep.
forthcoming with the mushroom part.
I've been mentioning the mushroom thing the whole time.
Hold on.
I've been ignoring you.
That's fair. But don't call me a liar.
Hold on.
I don't remember that. You're ignoring me. Then,
All
I
right,
mean, yeah,
that's,
I don't remember.
yes, I remember. There we go. Her name is Running Stream, and we are going here. don't know where I am anymore. You can go away because I don't need you anymore, and you can go here. Yay! Okay. Forest alchemist. Okay. So, Edward, you've never been here, right?
No, I wanted to come here like 100 times, but I keep getting distracted by other things.
Okay. So let's actually, where are you? Did I put you there? Yeah, I put you there. Okay. Yeah. So you make it through this forest, and you are just kind of assaulted by a whole plethora of different smells as you're walking through. You're getting
That's
closer and
Sephora.
closer. Yeah, this is. You don't have anything covering your mouth because you're all about that huffing.
I never have anything covering my mouth, sir.
You
That's
you come
accept it
across
all.
this rather large
No.
dead tree that obviously has been done up with like a bunch of different ivory and moss and everything like that, and a mushroom person, half mushroom, half deer woman, lady, is chilling outside of the house, tending to a grove of mushrooms as she looks to be planting some and
Hey, you
capping
Druidus? You
some
must be
others.
the Druidus. Hey, I'm here to ask a few...
No. That's River.
River?
Mhm.
River who?
That's just her last name, River. That's River.
River.
Hello.
Oh, well, are you sure it's
Or
River?
stream. It's a water body that moves. One of
Oh.
those.
She kind of crawls. You can see that she's got dirt everywhere. She does a quick crawl on the floor, like 2 or 3 steps, and reaches hand out to Carden, and she dwarf, and reaches her
Shake
hand
her
out.
hand.
Hello dwarf, and
Hi.
goes back and continues.
My friend here, his name is Edward, and he had some questions. If you could humor him
Basically,
regarding
pull
some
out the
alchemy.
beginner's book on alchemy. It's like, all right, so there's some shit in here I don't get. It's a beginner's book again.
She flips over and kind of plops her ass down in the dirt, and brushes off this light blue mushroom off of her robe, and she looks up at it and holds it out and goes, Edward, and holds it out to you.
Did I tell you my name? I don't remember telling you my name.
I
Did I tell you my
just.
name?
Are you not? Can you not hear me? Is
I
that
was
a
reading my
thing
book again.
where after we talk to the demon, now everything I say you just ignore?
I assumed you're all named Edward now. I thought she was talking to you.
He literally just said it. But she's holding it out, and she's like doing the sign language for eating. She goes, I'm Edward.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to eat the book?
Yep. No,
Eat
the mushroom.
She's holding.
Oh, all right. Yeah, because I don't even have a hesitate.
And she kind of snaps a quick eye glance over to Carden, and Carden, you just catch this tiny little smirk as she plops back down, and she says, Dwarf, what do you need?
Well, like I said, my friend here, Edward, had some questions regarding alchemy, which I hope he's not just teaching me how to alchemy, because that is going to be very impractical and take quite a bit of time as I turn to look at Edward.
No, there's just a couple of like herbs and stuff in here that are interesting and have neat properties, and I want to double check whether or not you can smoke them.
And she is currently writing
it up?
as
Well, as opposed to burning it in a cup of incense, that seems impractical. I'm not always gonna have a cup for incest. Incense.
I hope you
Yeah, I misspoke.
up for that.
That's a weird cup.
Stream looks over at Dwarf. Question? Query?
Step
Query?
Incense. God, get your minds out of the gutter.
You said it!
I did not mean to say it,
Humans.
but I did say it. Edward wouldn't take it back either. He'd be like, yeah, whatever.
What was it? You wanted to know how to do what? Sorry.
Like, if
That's
certain herbs could be smoked and inhaled as opposed to having to be burned in the goddamn as incense to get their effects.
And she holds her hand out and she says, herbs. And she...
Does she have them in her hand?
No, she's holding out.
Show her which herbs
No,
you're
I like
talking about.
open the page of the book and I like point. So I say this one is good for resting, and this one's good for healing, and this one is good for like.
And she's looking down at the book, and she flips through book, and she's just kind of, oh, child's book, and hands it back to you.
Yeah, it's got pictures.
she grabs a couple they look like lilac flowers off of the ground, and she starts rolling it up in her hand, and makes it into a paste, and she holds her hands out and just kind of slaps it on your forearm.
Thanks.
And she's topical, strong, good. Smoke, not good. And as
Right,
she's
but
sitting
that's why I
there,
was asking about those ones specifically.
she's
Okay.
she's grabbing another one, and she like grabs a mushroom off and card, and she's like grabbing a couple different things, and she's just kind of explaining to him the proper ways to utilize just the things that are around her. So she's like, eat, good. Topical, not good. And she just throws it in her bag. She's just kind of grabbing random things.
Yeah. Okay. Running stream was it?
Ah.
You have been very helpful. When is the druidess going to be around?
Edward. Yes. Druidess. She is out in the dark forest.
Oh, fun.
Going back tonight, maybe.
Maybe. All right.
maybe.
Good to know.
And
Great meeting you.
sits back down. And you've noticed as she's sitting in the dirt, she's slowly sinking into the dirt. She's probably her like lower waist and her ankles and feet are in the dirt. Her knees are sticking out and her upper torso is sticking out. And she seems to just be wiggling down into the dirt. And she's okay, yes. Have fun. And she
You too. Bye.
And by the time you leave, just her mushroom head is the only thing that's showing, and it just
So-
looks like a large mushroom cap.
That happened. That was not what I expected at all.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the fault is with you. She was really helpful to me when last time I came here.
Yeah, super helpful, but not towards the questions I asked specifically.
Well, you didn't have the herbs. You should have just brought the herbs you needed.
I don't know where they are. It's like one of the problems. Otherwise, I would have just smoked them and found out.
That is probably ill-advised, but
Well,
I'm
it's
sure
a
you can heal
terrible idea,
yourself.
but I'd do it. I mean, why not? What's the worst that can happen?
you could die.
Die,
Yeah, like.
and
what-
then we lose the bet.
No, we only lose the bet
If he kills us,
he
yeah. If we
kills
have
us,
a natural
I
causes.
can do whatever I want, sir. Also, I'd be fine, probably.
Edward,
Actually, you know what's rough? We also lost Brandon before, so like, from
Oh,
a KDR
yeah.
perspective, they really are ahead.
Edward,
Well,
you
they
feel
don't
a
know
light
they don't think
splash on the back of your neck.
Ow.
Just
You okay?
you as you put your hand to the back of your neck and feel, and you pull it back, it's wet, and when you pull your hand back, your fingertips are coated in red.
Huh. Lick.
It's
What?
A sweet taste of berry enchants your mouth,
Not blood.
and you
Right.
as you turn back
Well,
the
diabetes, as we established earlier.
Yeah, or I have diabetes, guys. I might need insulin. I might need to take up alchemy seriously. That's not good.
as you look back to where it came from, the mushroom head is no longer in that field. It has moved like 10 feet behind some bushes, and you hear light chuckling.
All right, yeah, fine. What is it? What is this?
She threw some berries at you. It's a
Yes, clearly.
hilarious prank.
You guys are just standing there. So she's fine.
At this
She's
point, though, like Edward is just
away.
like licking it off of his fingers, like this is
she's hitting your armor class, which is amazing because I'm wasting all my rolls.
yeah. No.
I think we should probably leave unless you want to keep getting pelted
Yeah.
with things. We'll only get
Yeah,
I mean, I
one.
don't know what this is.
Edward, as you're staring in that
Fruit.
direction,
She's throwing
one
fruit at you.
one berry, you hear a slight boop, and a splash hits your lapel, your breast, lapel suit area.
Yeah, maybe we did enough for today. Let's just
Yeah,
go
let's
get
just-
some
Alright.
food and,
I have made a powerful enemy.
And I sort of smiley wave at her as we leave. Like,
All right,
thanks,
so-
bye.
Well, that's
And,
the
yeah.
most, I mean, I look in. It's like a pocket rice. Meow. And then I walk away. I have 2 pounds of pocket rice. You don't want to stop
That's
this.
fucking ridiculous. It's so heavy.
That's amazing.
And it's in an interdimensional space, so it's not heavy at all.
That's amazing. It's 15 pounds. Everything is 15 pounds. Okay. Yeah, so you guys can head out and head away. It's up to you.
Yeah.
You have a couple days to kill, so you can just kind of spend them
I
relaxing
would
and
try
getting your
to.
things.
Is there any way to like get communication back home? That's the only thing that I haven't done in a while, and I would try to check with my father.
Yes, that would be something that you would do at Daphne's at the administrative building. They can send longer distance messages to homelands and stuff like that. Mainly because they don't have this kind of message system set up. But they can send and receive messages, and then kind of like a package day kind of arrives where students receive things. But you guys have been rather busy. But you
Yep.
can definitely make some kind of communication. What would you like to send?
Just like a checking in. Hope
Okay.
everything's going well. Tell him about the fact that he would not believe the baton flint whistle is actually the blacksmith teacher here, which is wild. Ask him how my uncle's doing, the king, because he was sick when I left.
Ah, yes.
Hope everything's going well. I'm doing all right. I don't go into too many details about the nonsense that I'm getting into.
Okay.
Some of that.
Like you're doing like I'm doing great. Like
Yeah,
don't
like I
worry
don't
about
mention
me.
the fact that I'm hanging out with goblins or.
Okay.
I knew that, like,
Okay.
Over the next couple of days, I just constantly return back to Chosage whenever she's available and ask her questions regarding different herbs and shit regarding alchemy.
Okay.
Because it's the next step of learning shit that I
That
need
is
to
very
for
true.
things
Well,
I
you
want to do.
can, in order to read a book, you have to spend a certain amount of time doing that. Is that what I'm?
Well, I've been
right?
doing
That's
it
right.
repeatedly.
That's what
over
I'm
this
thinking.
beginner's
Over
book.
the next 3 days, you're good. You would have gathered the basic information. You do not need to read that book anymore. You could definitely take 3 days to crush that and kind of really get a good grasp on it.
I've been reading this book for like 3 months.
Everything's finally settling in. You can understand that a lot of like green herbed plants can be smoked or used as a topical cream. Most like actual consistent ingredients like nuts or berries or mushrooms shouldn't be rolled and smoked. Like that's not good.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, like is more harmful than good kind of thing. Like the purposes don't really fan
Right.
out. So you learn which ones you can use as a cream, which ones you can use as a potion, and which one you can use in like,
Herbal inhalant.
yeah. So you can definitely get a solid grasp on which ones you can use as that as well.
And dip a fucking cigar into a healing potion.
Yeah, I mean there are healing herbs as well, so you could
Yeah.
roll up a healing herb and dip it in a healing potion and
Healing Jay.
Like Afro Samurai just smoking the whole time.
Yeah, you could absolutely start your own like medicinal
practice.
empire right out of
Well,
Bed Bath and
You've
Beyond.
acquired the Duchy of Healing.
Oh my god,
I call
that's
them
great.
dukes. I know one. I know a duke.
There you go. Pass me a Duke. I can already see the commercial. Okay,
The
Well, you
Forge
guys-
Masters.
you guys take the next 3 days. Cardin, you send your message out. By the time you are leaving, you do get a response, and this was actually going to happen at a later point in time, but you have kicked it up a notch. Congratulations, I guess. I'm in the wrong book. No, that is the puzzle. I can see well with these glasses on. There we go. Okay. You receive a note back, and it is it's a somber message. It is not one of happiness and praise, as it explains that the king is passed due to his his very strange illness. The cousin, your cousin, has taken throne and is planning on shutting down the passageways into the mana mines. He wants to seclude the dwarven city for themselves and just kind of do and shut themselves off from the mainlands, from pretty much their trade routes and everything like that. He's shutting everything down. So things have become a lot tougher in the city. People have started pretty much going hungry as he's taking over this power move and doing just some pretty nasty shit. And so your father explains he's gone into hiding, and he is doing his best to keep the people who are falling in through the grates alive and healthy, but it's not looking good. He's planning on building up his army, and he has plans to expand the dwarven territory.
Oh shit. Cardin, upon reading this, would have almost like a crisis of consciousness, and yeah, that's heavy, man. I feel like Cardin needs to go help his father. Like that's a. I would just say that to the guys, like, dudes. I did not want to get involved with my family politics shit, but Merkin has always been an asshole. But I never thought he'd be an asshole who would like starve our people to death, and I'm not gonna fucking wait to sit this one out. So I gotta go.
Well, we have an archaeological dig to take care of.
I understand. My entire race of people's future is in peril because of my dickbag cousin.
Right, we can take care of that whenever, though. He's not going anywhere. You said he's isolating himself.
Every day that goes by without trade, you don't understand. There's no water in the mines. There's no food in the mines. We have gold, which we trade for all these things. If he shuts down the city, every day that passes, more and more people are going to starve to death.
Oh yeah, that can be problematic.
So detour. Is your city
I
near
don't-
the mine?
We are nowhere near where we need to be, and full
Knowledge,
disclosure,
knowledge location wise, keeping Brightbrine University in the geography, keeping Brightbrine in the middle of the Dark Forest, the what'd you call them? The Azure Mountains? Is that what they were called?
I think you named the mountain
Hold on,
range.
hold on, hold on, hold on,
the
hold on.
Mana Mines of Kelagos.
I got them right here. The Amber Mountains. You know that the Amber Mountains that is famous of having the city of Calagost in it is far east, and the Endless Plain is pretty much the west expanse. So they are in complete opposite
Quite literal
locations,
opposite directions.
but I
That's
mean it's
perfect.
not. Yeah, it's. I mean it's.
And you guys, I don't expect you to come with me because like this is gonna derail your entire school thing.
Oh, yeah, completely.
Edward, you do know that there are multiple archaeological treks. I mean, the teacher explained to you that there are multiple dig sites. It's just
Yeah.
something that they do. It's not something you could always
And it's
go
one
and
of
do
those things,
that.
like, I think on the note, it's like, you don't get it. This is just an invitation.
Yeah, that's
Like,
yeah,
I was just hoping to get it out of the way.
yeah. That's all it is. Every expedition is different. This just happens to be one that's
Also,
around this time.
I kind of want to see what a dwarven kingdom looks like. Okay, Lucy.
Yo.
Lucy, you ever, like, I don't know, started shit with dwarves?
No, and I was advised against it.
Well, this seems like a good opportunity to build up some interrelations between lizard people and dwarves.
That's
mean,
not
like, I was-
Well,
bad.
To be clear, my cousin's the king now, as King Marinus has gone away.
you
So
did-
we're gonna be fighting the Diamond Legions, who are the most powerful. I mean, I'm a little biased.
Oh.
I was about to say,
but-
Cardin, you are now thinking of the implications of storming
Yes.
this city, and you're.
I'm not going. I'm just going to see what my father needs from an assistant's perspective. But we're gonna be outgunned and outmanned, and
We're just gonna
probably
see what actually
doing.
is going on and see what we can do.
Like, that's what normally are. I mean, this
Okay.
seems like a good time.
So you
I
want
don't
to?
really foresee the problem.
I mean, I can always try to gather the clans if needed.
I don't think we're gonna win this by doing an
We're
open
not gonna,
invasion.
like, look,
And
wait, whoa,
by the
whoa,
way,
time out.
if
Lucy,
the church
are
finds
you
out that
finally-
you're gathering a bunch of lizard folks after we just freed your god
No,
guy,
no.
it's world
I'm
war.
just- All right. Fair point. But I wouldn't be. I would just, never mind.
Mhm,
But yeah, we
mhm.
can go at least go check it out and help it out. Like, he's your dad. We gotta go. I mean, I don't know what
Right.
that's like, but
I'm pretty sure that my dad's still around. He's
the
probably fine.
Lucy, you would know that the lizard folk as a whole is a devastating force. Broken up into the sub tribes that they're in now is a little rough, but you're quite confident that just in numbers alone, and you have your
pretty
own
much
like
thinking like my army could take your army. We're 6 feet tall. You're 4 feet tall.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
have
each-
different like
And then we get to the one of but like each dwarf is worth 20 lizard
Yeah.
folks. No disrespect.
Probably.
which is definitely why Lucy, I'm definitely saying like you feel like you have the numbers where in combat styles might be a little different because again you're out of your terrain, you're not in the
Well,
swamp,
it won't mean
you're
much
not
when
yeah
you're in tunnels underground and there's a line of dwarves with shields. Yeah, your numbers
Yeah.
mean shit. in that
Yeah.
And
circumstance.
magical darkness and
Yeah.
balls
I
of
mean,
fire.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
saying, we
so,
can walk
like,
them all. This
you
is
have
also me
We'll
saying
talk
this
about-
in my head. I'm not
Yeah.
saying out loud. I can be tricky.
yeah
Right.
you
We're
understand
talking
that
about like
if you need
tactics
some
and
backing
conquest.
yeah
Oh man, I'm excited. Well, this is
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
just
fun.
thinking like
Hey,
if
let's go
shit
visit
hits-
dwarves.
if shit hits the fan and it needs to be, I can try to do that.
Yeah, like you have some people
Not
to
to disown
potentially
as I
fall
have
back
the
on.
journal out. It has
And
come
I'm
to our
pretty
attention
sure
that
I
some
can
cool shit is
just-
happening with the dwarves, so I'm gonna have to
Do
bail.
not write that there, please.
I already wrote it.
I take his notebook and I
You-
rip the page out
You can do it.
That does
as
not
fast as possible.
make
Yeah.
the magic
I-
not
Mhm.
go.
I don't know if it went through. I need you to understand.
Why'd you
the,
take
the
why'd you
rightful
rip my book?
king of Kelaghost.
I didn't say that.
I need you. Listen, look at me.
Uh-huh.
The rightful king of Kelaghost wants my father dead, right?
Okay.
Right. So
Right.
when the rightful king of Kelaghost asks the dean of this university where his cousin me is, they're
He's-
likely to tell him. So I need you to shut the fuck up and not say anything about where I am to anybody from the administration. Yeah.
Okay. What about where I am?
As long as you don't tell them you're with me, that's great.
Okay. There's a lot of different dwarves. I could just
There are
lie.
6 dwarves in our
That's
class.
what's-
I know them all.
there is one Duke Cardin Steel Grin.
They do not have the fancy dorm room. They have the really shitty dorm rooms that we walk past. The hedges have died because they don't get enough light.
Been neglected by the constructs.
But yeah, no questions here. Like we're going.
Okay.
Well, I am fucking touched, you guys. Thank you. Let's go gather our shit and head over. I do warn you, if you have any pending matters, just get them done.
I was
I
trying.
don't want
You
to get
took
into
my
grim.
book away and yelled at me.
That's not a pending matter. If you don't show up to the thing, they'll just move on without you. You don't need to warn him. It's fine.
That's true too.
Well, I told him I'd be there, so like
Yeah.
I have to let him know that I'm not gonna be there.
Well, when are we leaving? Because I have
Like
to do
a
that
lot of
whole.
people have died on campus, Cotton. Like, come on now.
We still have to do that whole. I remember now, like the turn in that quest. We have to do that whole candle light on a piece of paper in the window thing.
Yeah, we can do that any of the nights that we're here. Like, no problem.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Literally,
again, based on what my father said, I need to leave as soon as
That
we can.
was-
It's
yeah,
not
but I'm saying,
immediate
like,
urgent right now,
in-
but
That
in,
was
like,
the bounty
the
quest,
first
right? That
day
was
we were
the
back. You
Yeah.
could have done it. Like,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
probably would have done that like before.
that was the bounty quest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was taken care of already. When
Alright.
when you left the body and told Tom, they took care of everything like that. The
Well, no,
reward.
this is the other one. We were gonna do it, but then we left to go save Grouper, but we were too late.
Which one was this quest? That was
Yeah,
the.
this is not the bounty. This
the-
was the disappearance ones. Like this,
Yeah.
we figured out the student.
Oh,
Remember?
oh, with Marma. Yeah,
Marma's
yeah, yeah.
always
But with
yeah.
with Madame Zamina. Yeah. That was taken care of. Yeah, you only had to do the candle thing for the Reaper quest in order to contact him in order to get that done.
Yeah, the Reaper quest was for the cleric that was. I mean, for the deaths on campus that they didn't know. We discovered that it was the ghost in Mama.
Oh yes, good call. Yes. That
Yeah, we
that
never
you can
turned
leave.
that
Yes.
in because we had to leave.
Yes. Yeah, that again you can leave by contacting the way it was explained with the candle. That you can absolutely do. You can take care of that over your first night. But are
Yeah,
you
so
guys
that would-
leaving today? Are you leaving like right now?
I mean,
Alright.
we don't have anything else to do, right?
Right.
how long is it going to take
Yeah.
to get there?
If I remember
Yes.
correctly, it's a couple weeks.
That is correct.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No rations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
let's go
we
buy
need,
stuff.
We need food. We need. Oh, luckily, the horses that we're stealing are not needed. They don't need to eat, so that's fine. The constructs.
That is true.
Stealing? You mean
Well,
we're
buying
renting,
and
but-
getting our money back?
Yeah.
Well, we're renting, but I don't think that they normally rent them for that far a trek. So I'd rather just not mention the fact that we're taking them to the other side of the world.
Yeah, so we'll just do the flat rate for our timeout then.
Yes.
just the 5 gold.
Alright.
Flat
So
rental.
I guess we'll grab some rations. Should we pick up like a half keg and call it a day? Got like 2 weeks to go.
I mean, why not a full keg? We're gonna
Why?
buy it. We're gonna like buy a half keg. It's a little
I
weird.
don't know. if
Listen,
it
why
was-
would you get a hogshead when a barrel is right there? What are you doing?
All right, fine. All right.
All right, so we go and we stock out the wagon,
wagon,
with,
yeah, like-
rations and
Hold
water.
I'm
on.
adding
and-
stuff to my personal backpack as well. Just give me a final gold tally for everything.
Okay.
It's just
That
backup shit.
hold on. I think I do have this price too. Hold on. No.
350.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
About 350.
potion, arcane.
About time I
No.
noticed that this Girl Scout was 8 feet tall.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Room prices.
Sorry, just the mental image of the Loch Ness monster.
Oh, there we go. Fruits. Oh my god. No. I have like I ended up downloading this whole like
What are you looking
sellers list of a keg of
Oh,
drink. That should be fine. Let's see. I mean, I would assume it would be. What kind of drink are you planning on getting?
I mean, some
Yes.
sort of ale.
Mead?
No,
No.
no. This is
Come on,
for we can't have meat for 3
Hey.
weeks.
40-gallon barrel is 2 gold, and then whatever we fill it with is at your discretion.
That's okay. Okay.
I guess I would just get like regular, like generic.
We just
ale,
get ale.
like, with-
Jesus.
Whatever
Yeah.
holds the most, like the longest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
High gravity ale that will keep for a
I
while.
was about to say, yeah, it's probably gonna be one of those high ass ales. Okay, let's go with a. Oh, these are
Well,
crazy.
Tom, we're gonna need a 40. Let's see. We're gonna need a barrel of the special to go.
The light special. Okay,
And
yeah.
if you have any non-contest pickles, that keeps really well too.
Yes. Tom is like planning on going far, and he's writing down an order to slide through the window
Yep,
into the
just
back.
a little bit.
And
we're-
while we're here, I'm gonna slide him a
Adventure.
silver piece.
All right, go ahead.
Ba-da-da-da.
Click button.
22.
Silver. Minus
What
one.
hold on, your thing is
Modifiers 2.
your modifier is 2. That is 18. Aha! Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you grab a hold of it, and right before you head out on your 2-week trek, you give it a final oof, and the top slips off, and you you nailed it. Yeah. So Tom looks back and goes, oh, good shot. And he slides the cup over to you. There's 15 silver pieces in there currently.
Like, I'm gonna give Cardin his like 2 back.
I just put in towards whatever we're buying because it's gonna be a negative here.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and goes, did you figure it out? And he puts the top on, and he slides it back closed, and he tightens it again and puts it back down on the counter.
I think I figured it out. Put put 1 silver piece even though there's nothing in there.
The trick is to twist it really, really hard.
Nope. The trick is to be less forceful with it, and I'm gonna try to open it without all my strength, just like a casual.
So you can go ahead and roll if you'd like.
Natural 20.
Okay, so you grab the top and you bust the top off. As you're
really,
able to
really
open.
hot.
You take your coin back out of the cup, and Tom actually slides you a coin piece. He says, "I always put a coin in to get it started, so here you go." And he slides you a
neat.
silver. But he says, but looks, he goes, "Did you figure it out?"
I felt like I just said that last time. I don't want to judge, but I feel like I pulled harder than my friend here, and because I am naturally stronger than him, again, I don't want to judge. It seemed more difficult, and this time I tried to put almost no strength on it, and look, it just opened. So that was my guess.
That is very, very good. That is very good. Right on. The weaker you are, the easier it is for you to open this jar. The stronger it is, the harder. You just happen to go fucking Hulk mode on it.
Well, I take a pickle out.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. He takes out almost like a to-go container and puts some of the brine into the container and lays a couple of the large pickles in it and closes it and slides it your way. He says, "Those will keep them in the brine." And yeah, so he hooks you up with a barrel of light mead, and he says that the honey will help its last. And he
Yes.
I'll cover the cost of that.
Okay, so we're gonna go with barrel of liquor.
Liquor before ichor will make you sicker. What?
I think
40
it's really the ichor
gallons
that
is
makes you sicker.
a lot of drinks, so I
Okay, hold on.
think we've got like
I mean, you know.
Whoo!
I think we have at least 120 to 100 and no, I think it's 150 to 160 in an average barrel for
The
pints,
wine is 700 milliliters, so 2 gallons.
but it might be like 120 because fucking goddamn imperial systems. I hate it.
Okay. A barrel can hold up to 31.5 gallons of fluid. I found that 1.5 bottles of wine cost 10 gold pieces. Found out that 1 to half-pound bottle of wine cost 10 gold pieces. I assumed that from a small bottle.
How many gallons did you say?
How many gallons is
An
equivalent?
adventurer gear common barrel,
31.5.
40 gallons.
Using
so you-
simple math, I calculated the proposed asking price is about 5,338 gold pieces rounded down.
Yeah, but that's of wine though. Wine's more expensive than ale.
Yes,
Yeah.
so
That's
wine.
why we asked for ale.
There's 31.5 gallons in a barrel. So if we say that you are taking
Hold on.
a,
How much is normally a pint of ale in your world?
the pints usually go for, I would say a pint of ale is probably about 5 copper.
Okay, so 31.5 gallons is 252 pints.
Nice.
Okay.
252 times 5.
Times
Is 1,260 copper, which makes it 126 gold.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could say that 130 gold pieces rounded.
Right.
He was, yeah. He said, if you've got the gold, I've got the barrel.
Yeah, man. Like people keep giving me this stuff.
And because the wagon has just enough space, can we
Yeah.
have another barrel full of water? Just drinking water?
Potable water. It's two gold for a barrel. I'll just buy a barrel and we can go fill it with water.
Yeah, let's do that
if
on the way out.
if you buy the barrel, I'll supply the water.
Okay, let's do
See,
that, so we have something to drink.
Very
in case-
smart. Very smart. Okay. Yeah, your wagon holds 4 in the back and 2 up front. So
And
you're
normally I
gonna,
drive in the horse, so we have
Yeah.
extra space.
yeah. So
On
you,
the horse.
you got a 6-seater. With two
now I
two
have a
Warforged horse.
container details.
Okay. And then
with
so you guys are finishing up
barrel.
and you are heading out, and Lucius, do you see anyone before you leave?
Over the 3 days, I probably would have just gone to Ray Boba and just been training and meditating with him.
Every
Really
time
no.
you visit the training grounds, he is you haven't seen him since the incident. You haven't seen him out on the training grounds. Every time he's in the back of the training hall, in his room, incense lit, sitting at his altar with a robe cast over his shoulders, so you can't see like his upper body. Every time, he almost doesn't seem to have moved since what happened to the healer's hut.
All right, I'd probably talk to what was that guy's name? Steelfoot, Ironfoot.
Yeah, one of those. Yes.
Kind of
The
ask
barbarian
him, like,
Leadfoot.
yeah, Leadfoot. That was way.
Lead.
I
Steel
would
penis. What is it?
I would ask him like, is he good?
Ray Boba is he's strong, but
Why would I ask you?
I don't know. I don't.
Does he still have both his arms?
I haven't seen him walking around in a while. Usually, some things happen to him, and then he disappears for a few days. He's just kind of been secluded in his room for a while. He hasn't even come out for meals, but that's not unlike him. It just happens after major events.
Right. Like we had a friend like that too, and he ended up dying. Just keep an eye on him. I'm going away for a
Ray
while.
Boba's an NPC. He's not going to get it.
I'm just saying.
No, he says, I appreciate you can go see him. He is fine.
Oh
Just-
yeah, no, I'm gonna go see him.
just
but I'm
meditate.
like, all right.
I will keep a
I've
concerned
sort of
eye.
done that like each time and just been chilling and ready to go.
Okay. So you head into his room this time before you go. And he has these large square fabric pillows that are pretty much seating mats that he has laid out around his training room. He's sitting at his altar, and on one of the mats that you would frequent, he has a box. It looks like almost like a shoebox, a little wider, but it's just kind of chilling there with some rough twine, just kind of tying it closed.
Like, are we leaving today?
You're
yes.
No, I'm
planning
just
to,
asking, is
yes,
that-
yeah.
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 So I'm just gonna let them know, like, yeah. So we're leaving today.
Yes. Your journey continue. He's still staring at his altar. Be
Yeah.
careful. And he points using the arm that you know he has, not the one you're questioning. He points behind him towards the box. For you, it will help disguise. And he goes back to his altar. I will pray for you.
All right. When I move around, I'm gonna have my tail kind of lash and like try to like hit his arm that I don't know is there.
No, God.
Kind of like swipe the robe a little bit off his shoulder.
Yeah, like just as I turn, like, oops.
Roll it, slide of tail.
Slide of tail.
With your bulbous ass fucking tail.
20.
Okay.
Not natural. It's 20.
Okay, let's he is the fucking monk teacher, so he is gonna get a
I would argue as a rules lawyer
Nat-
that it's such an
I'm s-
insolent thing to do that it should have disadvantage because who the fuck would expect somebody to like?
He has a nat 20. All he's been doing is meditating for the past week and a half. And so he's almost outside of his own body right now. We are going to give him an unexpected disadvantage.
The audacity of a motherfucker. Like, this dude gave you his arm for you, possibly. And you're gonna disrespect him like
Actually,
that.
you know what? We're gonna do it this way because he has been meditating. So I'm not gonna give him disadvantage. But what does happen is as your tail goes to make like a little swipe, you feel as his hand shoots out from underneath the robe, he grabs your tail. But it's not his arm. It looks to be a crude mechanical prosthetic. As it grabs onto your tail, he goes, "Be careful with this." And he kind of tosses it over his head and goes back and kind of shrugs the robe back over his shoulder.
Well, I'll see you when I get back.
Okay. Do you take the box?
Oh yeah. Oh, I guess no. I'm gonna do the whole like kneel. I forgot about the box.
Were you rude as shit and just ignored the gift he gave you?
No. Yeah. So I'm gonna kneel down and I'm gonna open it up there.
Okay. He's staring at it, but as you do, you open it up, and almost, I mean, to kind of accentuate your longer, kind of reptilian nose type facial structure, there is what looks to be a what is that classic skull that you find in like old westerns and stuff like that. It's like
Steer skull?
Is it a steer? It's like that long cow skull, like the Arizona classic Arizona skull.
Yeah,
Okay,
Like
that's
a
what,
longhorn.
like a longhorn skull. Yeah. That's what, without the horns, it's just a long flat bone mask that lay there, and it's filigreed quite beautifully with what looks to be almost like an ink, like a henna, that has been designed with some pretty flowed runes that you know are orcish. Clearly this was something that Rayboba created, like made. And so he has it all done up with some really nice filigree, and he slides it your way. But not slides you, it's in front of you. But he's just kind of staring there, and he says, "You need to keep low profile or get trouble."
I understand it'll work and it's doing, but low profile, and I'm gonna put it on my head. Really?
Hold, because I think you have to do something. Hold on.
Jax, relax.
And that's how the god was unleashed.
And we'll cut it there.
Okay.
You okay? Oops.
I just trusted him. The last time I did this, I died.
That is true.
But no, I didn't think he'd
Hold
give me
on,
something.
hold on, hold on. That one. Okay.
Jax, I know. Real quick, are we taking a break at some point?
I think
tonight?
we're pretty much
We're
wrapping
we're
up
actually
here.
gonna call it here,
Just,
yeah, as you guys are
Alright.
leaving out. I can actually send you what this is, but we can actually call it right there. So as you guys are gathering up to head out of the school, kind of people are just giving you this like, see you later, great to see you, have a good one. As you guys are heading out, the rest of the classroom is dispersing and going on their own little 2-month spring break, if you will, their little inter-year break. And yeah, you guys head out into the dark forest for your 2-week long trek to the Aura Mines, the Aura Mountains.
we're
And-
going to South Beach. We're going to Civil War.
The Amber Mountains, yeah. We're going to
Go to
Jamaica.
South Beach. We're gonna check out the underdog.
Overthrew a government.
Yeah. So I will send you what that mask is.
We're gonna go
Lucas,
do a
but
coup.
You're going to see how you can help and do one. That's kind of cool. I didn't see us going that way. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Plot a twist.
Yeah. We'll call it right there. Thank you guys. That was
As I could just see as Cardin writes this letter home, Jim throws out 30 pages.
Jim picks up like a notebook and
Well,
forlornly throws it
That's the
into a
beauty
fire.
of improv DMing, bro. Like you don't get that much
Yeah.
time invested.
No, not at all. There was a side, there's a little side mission, which was not side mission, but a little side scene that was going to happen where if you guys didn't try to contact your hometowns before the 2 months is up, when you get back in the second year, Cardin's now king cousin was going to be waiting for him with a garrison of diamond warriors or diamond troops. And he was going to have a conversation with Cardin on school grounds. But now that everything's kicked up a little bit,
We
you
shall
kind of have it.
fucking see.
Yeah, you have a little bit of a heads up on that, where he was going to have a little bit of a heads up. Now you have it, which is cool. I like that. That happened. But
Awesome, guys. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see you all next week, I suppose.
yes,
again.
Or
absolutely.
sometime for Halo.
Pig law, pig law.
I'm going to be
Yeah.
staying on for a minute, but Lucius, I know you got to. Sorry, G, I know you got to go. Let Jax out, but you have the Mask of Focused Fury. Is the full thing?
Is it an actual item or is it something you made up?
It is an actual item. It's an uncommon head item attuned only by a barbarian. So when you put it on, you do have to attune it.
Mask.
Mask of Focused Fury. And it looks
Also,
like
since-
an elk skull without the horns.
I think
I
it
don't
might-
know how long we're gonna be on the road, but I do have 2 guns to disassemble to improve my gun with.
You can absolutely take those 2 weeks to do that.
First, I'm
Um,
gonna be scraping off all the goddamn brass. Who the fuck chromes a pistol?
Yeah,
Promising
yeah,
people.
yeah. It was definitely like a clout dip, if you will.
Yeah.
It was more of like a statement move that
Who the
fucking
fuck
looks horrible.
Gilds a pistol. God, what an asshole.
Can't find it.
Can't find it?
I can find Mask of the Beast. That's
Hold on.
Yeah, I have a lot. Oftentimes, when I'm looking up items in general, like so many different things
Oh,
will
wait a
come
minute.
up.
Uh,
Yeah.
Is this not an actual thing? Was this a homebrew thing? Oh, you got to be shitting me. I think it is. Either way, I'm giving it to you. I like it. Hold on. Yeah, I like it. I will send you the picture of it, and so you can just know what it is, and you can add it into however you want.
all right.
All right. I'm gonna be on Discord, so feel free to fucking come back. But right now, we're just going to take a break, and see you in a little bit.
All right.
All right.